Welcome to episode 85 of the TBD Gaming Podcast. I'm your host Harry. Joining me today, our usual guests, we have Adri. Hi, Adri.
Hello. I wasn't frozen.
And we
It's
have,
me.
and we have Zergg.
Hey guys, happy long holiday, I guess. Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
you don't sound enthusiastic about it.
Actually, I'm with
Because I
with
don't have
Zergg.
the holiday.
I'm with
I don't
Zergg.
get
I'm
the
with
holidays
Zergg.
now.
I have
so-
zero
Oh,
holiday.
the bitterness is true.
See,
I'm
so
with
Harry understand my
zero
tone. So
I would say that 3/4
Oh
of
my
the
God.
of the daytime, the daytime today, I'm just working. The other 1/4 is like
Okay.
lah. I still get to play some games and then sleep a little bit lah. But it's a very. I would rather it be a working day lah. Like this is like it's not holiday for me, but it's actually holiday. And the kids is at home, the wife is at home, cannot work, cannot concentrate. Very difficult lah. I'm so conflicted ever since I become start my own business. Anyway, Reese is here.
Just in
Okay,
time.
Can you guys hear me?
Oh, look at
Look,
loud and
yes.
clear.
Yes, we can hear
Alright.
and see you.
It's actually clearer now compared to the previous one.
yep.
yeah, so something went wrong with the way for that to update kind of stuff.
No worries.
Anyway,
we
yep.
started already, and anyway,
Okay,
Reese
yeah,
just
no worries.
joined in. So hi.
We're doing the
Reese.
intro.
Yep, and Reese here. So hi, Reese.
Hello, how's it going, guys? How's
Reese has
Everything.
Reese has finally joined us in our podcast. I think it was like how many?
yeah?
we were not.
It's
we are
been a
not-
while.
3
It's
months.
been a while, right? No lah.
It's been a while, yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't do too much podcast for the past few weeks, but I think it's been a while. So with that, for Reese to join us. So yeah, fun times,
Yeah.
fun times. Just in time for us to talk about the Switch 2 later. But before we do that, let's just quickly one share what have we been playing over the past week, I guess. So let's start with Adri then.
Wow. I played Ninja Gaiden 2 Black again.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
Because I was collecting the collectibles, the crystal skulls, and then finish it on hard. And now contemplating whether I want to get all achievement for that game. We'll see. But the game is addictive for sure. So we'll see. We'll see if I continue on. But next game I'm planning to play is finish up Indiana Jones and
Oh, nice.
properly start Doom: The Dark Ages.
Wait,
and South by Midnight.
you're playing Indiana Jones on
Game Pass.
so PS5. Oh, not PS5. Right, I thought you.
No, not PS5. Sorry, but it's a
Using-
great game. It's a great game.
Using your company laptop, right? Because I recall your own
Compa-
laptop tak boleh kan? Can eh?
No, I bought a laptop already,
Ooh.
which is from my previous company. They were selling off the old units, and I bought the one that I was using during I was working there. So it's the same. It's basically the same now.
Oh
So,
shit!
Indiana
Nice,
Jones
nice,
seems to
nice.
run pretty good here. So
Nice.
yeah, looking forward to finally finish it at work and also at here at home.
Someone got a new
Yeah.
laptop. Okay.
Hey.
Now moving on to any other game? Any more games?
Oh no, I'm good. Thank you.
We move on to Reese then. What are the games you've been playing?
Yeah, sure. For the last couple of months, as I think I've shared with you guys, been pursuing my studies, right? So I've been very, very hectic and packed, especially going through a lot of papers, journal reviews, kind of stuff. So the only game that really is able to give me that pleasure of playing game is Bloodborne. So I've been going through that again.
What a choice! What a
Yeah.
choice!
You're playing Bloodborne again?
Yeah, I've been a very big fan of Bloodborne even since way back then. I think was it back in PS3, right? Was it PS3, PS4? I forgot. Yeah, I think it was
It's PS4.
PS.
This
PS4,
sounds like a
yeah, it was-
PS3 game.
Yeah.
Yeah, PS4. So and then
It's so long. It sounds like a PS3 game.
And then recently, I think when I say recently, it was like a couple of months ago. I saw a bunch of PC mod Bloodborne, right? So they're doing that 60
Ah,
FPS kind of thing. So it got me back
yeah,
into
yeah.
it, and then yeah, it's. I mean, Bloodborne is a game that you can always do like a quick run kind of stuff, right? So I thought that was just my thing, and then for some reason it still managed to capture me even after so long, right? That game is just, I don't know. Maybe after going through Elden Ring, I thought it was they really streamlined Elden Ring, right? But then when you go back to Bloodborne, technical part, you know, those your move are critical, and then it's, I don't know, it just I just love that game so much, and yeah,
Mhm.
it's a game that you can always rerun whenever you want to do that. Yep. So that's so
Reese.
So, question
yeah.
for you, Reese.
Go
Sure.
Are
ahead.
you
Go
looking
ahead.
forward to Dust Bloods then?
Oh, yeah.
I don't.
Okay, that's a very valid question, but I don't know yet. Elden Ring, I mean, had changed a lot of that Dark Soul game, right? I mean, in some way, right? It
Okay.
made it a bit more easy to uh, players kind of stuff. When I play Bloodborne, right, I feel the as I've said, the technical part is very critical, right? Whether you dodge, whether you parry, kind of stuff, those kind of things are
Yeah.
very critical. So I really hope that they're gonna do that for the next game. Was that Dustborn, right? Was
The
that
Dust
Dust
Bloods,
Blood?
Dust
I think something
Bloods.
like that.
Dust Blood.
But
Yeah.
So, but knowing that it's an exclusive for Switch, I think they're gonna go with Elden Ring kind of mode on that. So make it a bit
Okay.
more easy. That's what I feel, at least at this point in time. So yeah.
I
But
mean,
if they're gonna go with, yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
sorry. I mean, there will be more games. With the Switch 2 currently being able to handle a lot of the newer games, I'm sure there'll be more
Hmm.
these kind of Souls-born games that's coming up. There's one game that I'm not sure. Have you played or not? Lies of P. Have you played?
Oh yeah, I played that. I
Oh,
played that.
That's that
Uh,
game. That game
Pretty
should
good.
hit your
Yeah, pretty good. I
taste.
love it.
Yeah, because it
Yep.
hits the
Was it last year? Like, was it last year
yes,
for
it
me?
was
yes, the
last year.
last. Was it 2 years
Yeah, it
ago?
was maybe 2 years ago. Lah.
Because
Yeah,
Really?
it
that
just
game was.
recently had a DLC, I think, and
Had
I
the
think
DLC,
it's
right?
yeah.
Oh, did
So
it? Okay,
yeah,
that's
they had a
nice.
DLC. So yeah, okay.
Oh, it was
Yeah,
2023 in
Oh,
September.
2 years,
hey, I'm
2 years
right.
ago. Yeah,
I thought it
Just
was last year.
so
Okay.
fast.
I thought like,
How time flies. I thought I was just playing not long ago. Only. Oh
yeah.
man,
Yeah, same.
time goes fast.
Haha.
Any other games, Aris?
Well, since we got that new Switch, I've been uh playing a bit here and there Mario Kart, right? Which is gonna, I guess we're gonna talk a
We
bit
can see
more
that.
later. Mm.
You
But
made
I'm gonna be
sure.
honest.
You made very sure.
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't really spend a lot of time. Maybe it tops like 3 hours, 4 hours. That's about it.
Okay,
I, I,
okay.
which we're gonna discuss when we talk about
Yeah. We
Switch,
will
right,
we will
later.
we
But
will
yeah,
have.
we'll talk about it a bit later. Yeah, sure.
All
I'll put
right.
some couple of points later. Yeah, sure.
Then
Nice.
and then with let's go move on to Zerg then.
hey, I I think I've been playing a lot of Elden Ring Night Rain multiplayer
Nice.
games.
Whoa. Surprising.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not an Elden Ring hater, guys. Surprise.
Are you
Anyway,
not?
the whole
You
reason why
are.
was the whole reason was we're trying to beat it because it was quite difficult for you to play it in a single player. So
Oh,
me and
okay.
my friend were trying to
Oh, that's what I heard.
complete all the bosses. They did some improvement into it, so it's a very fun multiplayer game. I would say. You can
Hmm.
play with a lot of randoms. Yeah, it's a fun game. I would say. In it will take you around 40 minutes per run.
Oh,
So
Oh,
yeah,
it's a
40,
roguelike, is it?
4 or 40?
yeah, it's a rock 140
40
Oh,
because
40. Okay.
it is being divided into few days. For example,
in game, right?
for yeah, one day is equivalent to 17 minutes. So you have second day, third day, and yeah, so it's 40 minutes. Apart from that, I was playing, and it got my joystick to be drifted. Thank you, Sony. Again.
What? Sony drifted? What? Say again? Come on, what game is
Okay,
that?
okay.
What game is that? Say?
I
Yeah.
Zergg, I think that's something happened to my controller as well. For when I was playing Bloodborne, right, I do feel there's a bit of uh drift going on. So I don't know. Initially I thought it was just me, but then
But
it could be.
in comparison with Bloodborne, it is not crucial for you to really dodge on time.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can actually disable the bosses. There's like 7, 8 bosses, and
Oh, okay.
you require an elemental. So I play a lot of mage. So because mage is a very
Mhm.
difficult character where you need to combo here and there. You can even heal and align and everything. So yeah, it broke my joystick. But luckily it's not.
You broke your
More.
joystick?
Yeah,
Wow.
so
What?
because I'm
Sorry, what
playing a
game is that?
PS5.
What game
Oh,
is that
gee.
that broke your joystick?
Does it does
What
sound
game
like it
does
is
that?
a very MMO kind of game. Is that it?
I would say yes and no because there's an Elden Ring element into it. It's not as difficult as Elden Ring, especially you can jump.
Yeah.
Number
Wow.
one,
Okay. Okay. Nice.
that is different. And then you need. I hate that the game doesn't have minimap. Not to say that
Oh yeah.
Mission 33 doesn't have minimap is a good thing, but yeah, but the fun thing about it is that there's runes involved, so you can actually create and customize the character accordingly. So you can start with all this. Because I'm playing spell again, recluse, so you can start with a holy damage, for example. So yeah, it's a casual game for me, but it's a frustrating game if you wanna perfect the whole run. So it's impossible for you to perfect the whole runs because it's roguelike. So for me, it is. So other than that, I was playing. Oh, I was playing. There's a Warcraft remastered release in Xbox.
Oh, I saw that.
Warcraft remastered.
Yeah.
Interesting.
You
It's
mean
cool.
Yeah.
you mean SRPG? Is it?
Uh,
So-
yeah, the
yeah,
one
no,
from
sorry.
RPG,
23,
yes.
the original
Okay.
one. Yeah.
Okay.
I was trying to find the good graphic into it, so I was playing it with my PC. It's a good one, so I don't have to pay anything for it, for example. So then I was playing Monster Train again, Xbox Game Pass.
Monster Train, let's go.
Man, the game is so good.
It's
Difficult.
pretty good.
I heard. Yeah. I heard a lot about that game. I think. Apparently, it's
You should try it.
yeah. It's
Like,
a
it's a
card
casual
game, right?
Builder
game.
game.
It's a card game, right?
Yeah, it's a
It's a card
casual
It's a
game, right?
game, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Nice.
I don't know what
Okay.
else I played. There might be some other games, and of course, we got a new device, so that's that.
We'll
And
talk about
New
yeah,
device.
that.
Oh, 3 of you.
Oh yeah, somehow. Somehow. It's just fate
Somehow.
and destined. The fate and destiny. Or else it could have actually been just two of you guys. Where me is just waiting for
Yes.
yeah.
July
Congrats,
3rd.
Harry, for getting one.
Yeah.
I think it's
No,
a
I
good
think
choice.
I think this
Congrats.
after seeing everything, I think I got a good deal compared.
Yeah, makes sense.
It is a good deal.
It
Yeah,
is.
it is
Agree.
a good deal.
I felt
I
that
think
it
so.
was a
I
good
think
deal.
so
That's why
too.
I grabbed it. I grabbed it immediately. Of course,
Yeah,
yeah.
somehow we got a
people-
3
Yep.
pin charger, right? Which is the best
Oh,
compared
yeah.
to the
Oh,
original
yeah,
one,
that
which
was
is only
good.
2 pin.
Oh, you guys got that? Nice.
Yeah. So
It's a-
Singaporean and Malaysian
So
unit
better.
can be 2 pin.
Just 2 pin. Hey, seriously? It was my
What,
original my
really?
original Switch one. I got
What?
2 pin. I think.
I think
Oh,
Switch one all 2 pin, right? Switch one
Yeah,
all 2 pins.
mine is
Yeah,
2 pin.
yeah.
Mine was 2 pin. I
That
remember
was a bit annoying.
when I was.
It is
Some even
recording
was
it.
the foreign 2 pin, the flat head 2 pins. I got that one for my Switch, the Mario one. Like, oh, what? Why?
Yeah, why?
Right?
Right?
Okay, in that case,
Yeah, I hate it. Yeah.
I'll share mine last. What games did I play? I guess I can't share it because most of the stuff that we'll be talking about in the next in the next segment. Yeah, I guess I'll
Let's
cover
go to the next topic then.
Yeah, we'll move on to the next topic then because just in time.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the Switch 2. As what Adri mentioned, 3 of us here actually got it. Adri has not got it yet. but we will wait for.
I have touched my
Yes.
friend's Switch too.
Okay.
Ah,
That sounds
that's
wrong in
nice.
every way, but
He has touched his
yeah,
friend's
that's the truth.
Switch 2. Okay,
Switch
Ken.
too.
His friends one, His friends one,
My friends, yes.
We'll talk about how it feels later. It doesn't sound wrong at all. What?
Oh yeah,
What?
okay, okay, yes, got it. I get it. Let's go.
Calm down. All right, let's talk about it. I want to maybe we separate into two sections. One is the hardware, one is the software. Is that okay?
Okay.
All right, cool. Let's talk about the hardware itself then. I'll share mine last. Let's go with Reese first. Reese, what do you think about the hardware itself, the console itself? What are your thoughts about it?
All right. Okay. As we've been talking about, I think three of us got it a version that it's not MY version. So yeah, both. I mean, we try to get it as soon as possible. And when I got it, I was
On
really
the first day,
On
Yeah,
the first
day
day,
one.
wow.
that's crucial to say.
thank you, lot, to Zergg to share me that detail kind of stuff. And then, but yeah, so as soon as I got it, plugged it in, and just to talk about the hardware, it does. I mean, it reflects whatever the reviewers are. I mean, general reviewers are saying, but it does feel a bit premium. You can feel that Switch has grown up. That's I think that makes sense, right? So you can feel that.
Yeah.
The body, the even the Joy-Con, and then the way the buttons, the Joy-Con, sorry, the joystick is being managed here. It does feel that it's a premium version, and I think we've talked about this before in previous episode where we can see that Nintendo is going with that Apple kind of route, where they are looking to enhance not necessarily the hardware kind of spec, the hardware kind of thing, but rather the feel of it. I mean, when you go with iPhone, right, for example, right, you can feel that whenever there's a new iteration coming in, the feel itself is there. You can see that there's a feel of that quality kind of stuff, and you can see that. I personally thought the physical screen is definitely bigger. I mean, we know it's big, but then when you put it and it's in front of you, you can feel that it's definitely a bigger version. And I'm pretty sure people who own Steam Deck would feel that it's nothing out of ordinary to have that larger kind of screen. But for me personally, I thought it was nice to have that bigger screen. Of course, there's been a lot of critics that is questioning the idea of using LCD instead of OLED, right? And then it gave that impression that we'll definitely get another version in a year or two. I mean, 2 years, right? Depends on how the performance of the sales in between, right? But we'll get an OLED version, and then eventually we can get the full potential of it. But I've went through that developer kind of interview on the reason why they decided to go with LCD. Of course, cost would be the main one, which I think they didn't really share about that. But technically, they were saying that with OLED, for some reason the HDR won't work efficiently, right? I don't know, it might be very technical, but that's what they are saying. So that's why they had to revert back to LCD to get the full optimization of the HDR, which based on my experience, a bit on the software, I'm still not be able to notice that. Of course, we only have at this point in time just Mario Kart World and the first party kind of game. But when I see the screen, I feel that despite being LCD, I thought I'm comfortable with it. A bit earlier today is public holiday, so I went for my Friday prayers. So I brought my kids, and then I locked in my car dashboard, the screen, right, the switch to for them to play at the back seat.
Mhm.
Unfortunately enough, the sunlight was a bit bright. I mean, during lunchtime, right? You can see there is some limitation for the LCD, right? It's a bit difficult to. I mean, if you do OLED, I think one of the uh, I think add value to OLED is that the light reflection won't really affect the screen performance, right? But you can see that still appearing for LCD. I guess that's one thing that LCD is not as good as OLED. But so far, I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not a portable kind of player. I prefer to plug into my TVs. Then that would be my main way of docking it. Would be my main way of playing that. And yeah, I think so far it's good. The magnetic kind of stuff, it works pretty well. I did try to like a what do you call that? Shake it to see how the magnetic uh durability is, and so
Okay.
far it's good. So far it's pretty good.
Yeah.
One thing that I think there's a very good feel to it when you plug in that Joy-Con. It feels like yeah. Thank you, Harry. So when you plug it in, it does feel like click. That click
Nice.
feels so satisfying, right? It feels so satisfying.
ASMR.
Yeah, I want to make sure people understand the kind of feel. Yeah, that's the first thing I tried. Jeez, that was a weird experience.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's it for me.
Yeah, because of the hardware. Cool. Move on to Zerg next. What do you think
Oh
about the
wow.
hardware?
I can't believe that we can get the device as soon as possible.
Yeah,
What?
exactly.
Uh,
Exactly.
Yeah,
Agree.
we almost
yeah, because
It's legit.
we were having a lot of discussion. Like when someone talk about need to get it from Japan, need to go visit Japan to go and get it.
Yeah.
It went as
Yeah.
fast as
I
that.
was about to go
I
to
remember
Japan, but my friend was there for a few days before the release, and because of the limitation of the quota, right? And not just the Switch console, the controller Pro, which I wanted so much, was sold out so fast. So yeah, I'm glad that I didn't waste my
Nice.
money just to buy the ticket and everything. So with the impression, like what Reese said, yeah, I finally feel like human again, because all this while
Human
Switch
again.
was like,
Wow.
yeah,
Small.
Switch was like too small for me, especially the Joy-Con. I have humongous hand. I mean, probably Adri can vouch for
Okay,
that.
that's what you mean by human again.
Yeah, all this while I was being restricted, I
Okay.
love the Joy-Con, but one thing, if you were to make a comparison between all the switches, right? Not
Hmm.
including light, because light is extremely light and small. I love how big
Yeah.
the screen is. I love it so much. But um, I don't. I have not been touching Switch naked like that for quite some time, because I always put on my
Dog.
Weird
skin.
terminology used today.
Don't touch it naked
Weird
before.
terminology used today. Not the first one
Yeah,
anyway.
Oh, for
yeah.
the Switch too.
So for me, for me, it's a good size, but the thinness is something that I need to get used with.
Oh
Uh-huh.
yeah. Okay. Now you talk about that. All right.
Yeah,
Okay, got it.
yeah. But
Okay.
I
Okay.
will definitely gonna get my what is the Skull and Co. Now they changed the name, right? I need to get
Yeah.
that.
Did they change
Oh
name?
yeah.
What did they change?
Yeah,
What did they change
Raven
to?
something,
Oh, serious?
Raven. Yeah.
Raven something, if
Oh,
I'm not
serious?
wrong.
Okay. I might check
Yeah,
it
Skull
they
and
out
changed
then.
their
Co. I
names.
don't remember.
Why? So weird.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not sure why, but yeah, at least we got something, right? So I need that fat layer at the back, So
That
I'm
layer at the
waiting to
back.
Wow.
plan for
Okay.
that. And unlike Reese, I use a lot of my Switch since day one, since first Switch
Mhm.
mobile. Despite the dock, which is extremely good, I love how the dock become fatter, and for me, it's more ergonomic, I would say, rather than the first one.
Oh,
The first one for me always holds down. I don't know why. Probably of me positioning all the docks and everything. You guys already mentioned about how the clicky sounds feels very satisfying.
Oh yeah, it is.
And
Jeez.
what else I can talk about the hardware? Yeah, for me the quality, the moment I touch the whole thing, although when you unbox the whole thing, right, you don't feel that kind of excitement. You know, when you get new device that you never seen
Agree. Yeah.
before, you have this urge of adrenaline excitement whereby, oh, this is a new one, I really want to turn it around, really want to see each and every corner of it. This one not really so much. Probably number one, we have seen Switch One, it doesn't change that much, and the second thing would be we have seen a lot of video about it before even getting the device itself.
Correct.
So but no complaint for me, everyone is buying it. I have not wiggled the Joy-Con yet because I know I will definitely gonna drop the Switch
Wiggle.
soon.
Wiggle.
He's gonna.
Wiggle.
Yeah, that's it from me.
Wiggle.
Wiggle. Don't do that. Don't do that. Do it on a very safe environment. Please don't do that. I will share mine. Okay, what is it that you guys said I haven't said yet? That not mentioned yet. Yeah. The process of buying is exciting because I did not actually expected to get this earlier, but somehow got it cheaper than usual than I expected. So I said, hey, I'm just gonna go with it. So that's that. The moment when the Switch 2 arrives, yeah, it doesn't excite as much. It's come out. If it just felt like a box just arrived, because I think during the time when the Switch 1 came in, I was in a very different position. Whereas now it felt more like, don't know lah, just somehow the Switch 2 arrival doesn't feel very that much exciting lah. But after you take out the device, the I mean like Zergg got a few handhelds. He knows when a handheld has a premium feel, right? For me, I only have comparison with my old switches, so I've been using my V2 switch for quite a while. Suddenly becomes a Switch 2. I can really feel the quality. It feels more premium. The whole thing felt way more premium than the Switch, my old Switch. And of course the Joy-Con version 2, the magnetic feel, it's amazing. I don't know how that for me that's like a caveman realizing there's fire. I'm like, what's this?
Magic.
Yeah, it felt for me like magic. Seriously, it felt to me like magic, and the way you have to release it and stuff like that. So that's something exciting at least lah. But the only thing I'll mention about this two more things. One is I really do appreciate the second charging port, especially because I was trying to charge it when I was at my bed, and then I realized that the angle is actually just right for a charging port at the top. So I really do appreciate that one. And I do want to criticize the battery life. I came from I didn't came from the OLED, okay, but I came from a Switch V2, and I am enjoying the heck out of the large battery that at airports or whatever. I'm able to keep playing like long hours without worrying too much about battery. I don't even need to see the battery at all. But
Nice.
when I bring this Switch 2 to the airport next week, I will really worry about whether I'm able to play, whether you'll be able to last as long as it can be while I'm waiting for my flight at the airport. Because I think I was playing Kunisugami. The battery drains crazy, maybe 2 hours. But of course, the brightness is at like mid lah. Maybe I should just go down a little bit more. Maybe I should disable Wi-Fi or something like that. Who knows? But it was a lot. I mean, maybe 2 hours plus 3 hours lah. But definitely, when you compare to my old Switch, definitely I can really see the big difference lah. The big reduction in battery life lah. So I still need to do a lot of measurement, but I think I love everything about the Switch 2 except the battery, because I have been spoiled by my old Switch. So that is my only criticism for now on the Switch 2. All right.
I went through I think I went through a video with Digital Foundry. Was it yesterday or the day before that? apparently they made a comparison on how the power utilization for Switch 2, right?
Mhm.
Uh, they were saying, I think they were using Cyberpunk for a second, and then they're comparing it
Mhm.
with uh
Team Deck.
PS5 version against Switch 2 version, and they did show that uh the Switch 2 version for some reason is able to uh, minimize the utilization of power pretty good compared to PS5. I think it was like almost to 60% kind of difference, right?
Uh-huh.
Uh, so I thought when you were sharing about the battery part, it definitely, of course, it's definitely going to depend on what kind of software that you're going to be using it for. And I agree that that has been the biggest noise around, where there were complaints about the battery. I'm not sure how Nintendo can fix this. I don't know. Is it possible to fix it at the software kind of level, or
Maybe.
yeah? But I doubt so. I think it's that. I mean, just maybe Zerg, you would have a better idea since you own Steam Deck, right?
Yeah. I was quite surprised when Harry was saying about the battery, because I literally will just plug my device on my power bank, or even a plug
Mhm.
wherever I go. And coming from Switch, which has very poor battery life, especially when you play a game that really causes a heat up build up,
Mhm.
I am not particularly unhappy with the battery, because number one, probably because I don't play a lot of heavy games so much, not even the Mario Kart all the time. And I think it's still a new device where I believe I don't really charge up and decharge the whole thing very fast. So with that kind of brightness, I usually would just put it max brightness, and I will turn off every single sound that I can. And I was using a headphone actually, so I probably that attributes to everything that I have not experienced in terms of the battery longevity.
Yeah, I want to add on as well. It could be one of those issue where, I'm not sure you guys have do like me, where whenever you buy something new, you always get paranoid, or worry about, just especially the battery. You actually see how fast it drains. That would be me. Whenever I got a new phone or whatever it is, I will,
Yeah.
some reason that battery life is gonna be worry me a lot. That's why I won't buy an EV for quite a while, because I see that battery drain drop, right. I'm like, oh, I can't drive quick. I can't really drive anymore. I'm just worried. We keep looking
Yeah.
at the battery life
Yeah.
then. So maybe that could be it. Like I said,
Yeah.
I think I'm playing it for 3 hours plus, maybe. So it might not. It would likely not be an issue. Maybe a year, or sorry, a month or two down the road. Like, whatever lah. Right. So maybe it's just a paranoia of it being a new device, and you keep seeing the battery drain suddenly like that. So yeah, that seems like it. But before we move on to the software, just a quick one from Audrey, since he touched.
Just
Oh, sorry.
sorry,
Yep.
just to add a
The
bit.
Pro controller.
I think I only charged this once since I got it,
Yes.
and so far it's still
It's
working.
crazy.
Like crazy, man. This thing is like, this is
It's
definitely magic.
crazy.
Yeah,
Nintendo has found a winning formula for the Pro controller, that they won't.
that's
You
just
you
crazy.
only go above that from now on. I feel like it's pretty much it's on a auto cruise already. They just have to maybe improve the design maybe a bit more.
Wow, auto cruise, huh?
Yeah, it's a Pro controller. It's the best. It's the best Pro controller. I mean,
Yeah, it's the best one. Yeah.
oh wow. Okay, so, all the diss against the Sony DualSense. I do you say something about it already.
The Switch 2 sucks. No.
It does.
But the Pro,
Yeah,
it
Sucks
sucks
is
air.
bad.
It does suck. It suck airs. It suck air
It's
to it.
That's how they cool themselves.
Yep.
Okay,
Going back, I wanna hear what Adri thinks when he touched
Yeah.
his friend's Switch 2.
Okay, all right. can't comment on the software because I didn't play much. But the hardware, when I first touched the Switch 2, I can definitely feel what Reese felt like. It really is an upgrade of the Switch. Like it deserves the number 2 in the name. And it just felt right. For some reason it's like, wait, I have the Switch Lite here. So yeah, so the Switch Lite or the Switch um 2, it's like holding already a perfect grip Switch on my hand because they have the bottom panel, bottom, what do you call it, a bevel coming out already. So just holding it feels so super premium and super upgrade from what they had with the Switch. Yeah, the previous one, the previous model. And the screen, yeah, even though, yeah, I don't get the criticism between why they didn't use OLED for this, but when I look at the screen, I look at the main menu alone, it's already super pretty. Like it's super smooth. The frame rate was increased a bit, but if I were to get the Switch 2 right now, I'll be super happy already because it looks so good on the menu and all that. And then the one that really impressed me is the mouse system. Like,
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
like
no, we
how
haven't talked about it. That's crazy. Yep, I do
I
go on,
haven't
go
used
on.
that.
yeah.
I haven't even used
Me
it.
too.
Yeah.
You
Me too, I haven't
should.
used it.
Jesus Christ, that was
Is there any
crazy.
game that you can use?
I did
But
try
then
on.
the
Yep,
seamless changes, man. The seamless
yep,
changes between controller and mouse
Yeah.
is like, how the freak do they do this?
yep. I tried it on
Man, Nintendo's
Kunisugami.
like doing.
Kunisugami is
Yeah,
pretty much like playing like RTS like
on
that.
PC, right?
Yeah,
Nice.
that was
Oh, that's good. Oh
interesting.
yeah, Kirisugami has that feature. Yeah, Kirisugami
Yeah,
has that feature. That's
I love it. I love
crazy.
it. It's
Like,
wow.
if
Yep.
I were to get the Switch 2, I want to get Cyberpunk and just try it with the mouse thing because that game would have been, yeah, that would make Switch 2 a good platform for first person games. Like they already plan what they got Cyberpunk and then they're gonna plan Metroid Prime 4 for it. So yeah, this is, yeah, waiting for Marvel Rivals to come out and see if it will be like
Oh
a
yeah, I should try
contender
that.
for like a competitive machine when and a cheaper version than getting a high end PC. So looking forward for that. Like Switch 2 has the potential to replace high-end PC with just this feature, and then people gonna start using it and just say, "Oh, I prefer to play Marvel Rivals on Switch 2 because the thing is just there." And then Overwatch 2 is already on Switch. Why don't you guys download it and try and see if it works or not? Or there might be no update yet, but I think it will come eventually. I'm sure Blizzard not gonna waste that chance to implement that mouse system, that mouse thing to their game. So yeah, uh, Switch 2 is just amazing overall. I feel it's like, wow, this is it. This is the future. We are here, and I can't wait to get my red one when it comes out next year. Hopefully, wink, wink. Right, Uncle Reese Uncle at Nintendo.com.
I think it's a given lah. It's a given. The red color is coming.
It's a given. It's a given.
Just when only. Before we move on to the software, just one more thing. Maybe I want to criticize. I feel like without a grip, right? If I'm not sure about Zerg lah, but I've been using my Switch one, the Hori grip for my controller, for my Joy-Cons. This one suddenly without a bump here for me to hold, right? It felt not so very comfortable. I'm not sure what do you think. It just felt lacking lah. Like compared to my, you saw this one? Yeah.
Bulky a bit, right?
Yeah, see? This thing?
Yeah, that part.
Yeah. This
Yeah,
one,
yeah.
for me, this still feel way more comfortable compared to what the Joy-Con 2 is at the moment, which I maybe plan to get, like, one of those, maybe the Skull and Co, whatever the new name these days. When they come out with a grip, right, I might get one of those. It just felt more comfortable. But I'm trying to go. I try to go let it naked as much as possible for now. Just to get the original experience until I get a new casing. Yeah. So let's move on to the software. I think when it comes to software, let's dive straight into Mario Kart. Mario Kart World. What do you guys think? Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Yep. Right. So I'm sure all three of us have something to say about the game. Let's go with Reese first.
Yeah, sure. Okay. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not a big fan of MK Mario Kart series. I mean, it's a fun party game. Uh, and I think whatever happened with MK8, it really pushed the content level, right? I mean, you get like what 100? How many tracks? I think 100 tracks. Is it?
I
With
didn't count though.
that's pretty huge kind of list of tracks, right?
A bajillion one.
Yeah, and then I guess it is a game where I mean, like Smash Brothers, it can appeal to casual and at the competitive kind of level. But if there was a reason that I was a bit hesitant in getting Switch 2, was that the launch game was MK World, right? Mario Kart World. Not because it's not a good game, but I'm not a big fan of racing game and knowing how the community is like super competitive, right? When you've seen those videos on the net, right? People are coming up with so many ways to race, and then with the idea that the game itself it's a open worldish kind of game, where it gives you a lot of freedom to manage your race kind of stuff. I know I won't be able to uh, catch up with everyone. I mean, I'm pretty sure Adri, you're a big fan of Mario Kart or whatever, so, I'm really bad at Mario Kart, so that's what I'm gonna say. So I'm not at that competitive kind of level, especially with the idea that there's a lot of fixed randomization that happens with the gaming on the box kind of stuff, right? On the question box, where what item you're gonna get, and with the I think
Yeah.
the net was very noisy the first week of the game when the game launched, where everyone was saying that this game is like unfair kind of stuff. I mean, being number one while in the race is always a disadvantage because you're gonna get blue shell kind of thing going on. Of course, it's just about getting good, I guess. And then I've heard that there's a lot of updates where players are able to dodge the blue shell with a couple of methods nowadays, right?
Yep.
Which is good, but then it just pumps up the technical and expertise kind of level, which I at the point where we're talking competitively, it's just whenever I play online with this, and then I just cannot. It's so difficult for me to be able to survive the game. But of course, there's this knockdown tour, right? That knockdown tour is really fun. I think that's one of the things that really attracts a lot of people. Yeah, and both Harry and I, we had a run of it. Was it last week, Harry? So we did a
Yeah, we did a trial run. That's pretty cool.
It was nice. So it was really refreshing. But I heard there's a lot of people wanting to get back that standard race package where you would do rounds of a track, right? But because you don't get that for Mario Kart World, because apparently the laps are gonna be switching. How do you say this? The tracks are not gonna be repeating itself, right? Based on the laps kind of stuff. So yeah. But in terms of the content, I'm still expecting a bit more from Mario Kart, especially with the price tag of $80, right? That's pretty expensive, and of course, I'm pretty sure a lot of people will be getting it through the bundle package, which is I think you're gonna get it about $50 for the bundle package, right? But then at the content kind of level, while they're adding a lot more new Mario kind of characters. I mean, of course, you have Mr. Cow. I think everybody's favorite right now.
Mr. Cow.
Yeah, everyone want to use him, right? But I think I need more than that. I think with the price tag, I expect more. Hopefully, the DLC will be free. I mean, you'll get new tracks, which is gonna be a bit weird on how would they manage it, because right now, unlike the previous Mario Kart MK8 Deluxe, for example, right, the tracks are how do you say this? Are not connected with something, right? Not connected with. So each track stand on their own. But for Mario Kart World, each track is related to the other track based on the world map that you see, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure how they're gonna manage to put new maps, new tracks into the map, right? Without a lot of complication that could happen, especially when we're looking at the idea of how they're gonna apply. I mean, any of you guys managed to get to Rainbow track
No.
yet?
No, not yet.
Yeah, because apparently Rainbow track is not in the map. I haven't got it yet as well, so I've heard that it's not in the map. So it's you need to achieve it's like a sky island kind of thing. I don't know what, but yeah, I'm gonna be really interested to see how they're gonna manage it, because right now the track, as I said, it's interrelated, right? So you can't simply put something in between. You really need to manage it at a very detail kind of level. So that's one. And I want to see more content. That's what I see, at least specifically for Mario Kart. So hopefully, it would be that I mean they'll add more option. For example, repeat lap track kind of, because I know that there's been a lot of people request for them to create a normal race where you can repeat the track or whatever, something like that. So yeah, so at least that's for Mario Kart. So we'll talk about the other software a bit later, right? So we're just gonna focus
Yeah.
on Mario Kart first here, right?
Okay.
Okay, sure.
Yep.
Yeah, that's it. That's it for me. Yeah.
Okay, move on to Zerg. Zerg, you did say that you play a bit of a Mario Kart World, right? Do you?
Yeah. I
Oh yeah, you.
among
Yeah,
all
go ahead.
the among all the games I've played on my Switch, to I think Mario Kart 2 has been the least amount of hours I've put in.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I was playing with multiplayer, and I played a lot of free roam and knockout tour, which is why I don't get the new
Oh.
maps whatsoever. TLDR is a meh for me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see.
Oh.
Yeah, it is new. Free world is fun.
Interesting.
We were having a lot of time playing free roam, hiding, from each other.
Hiding.
Yeah,
Hiding.
we were
Hiding.
hiding. We are not racing. We were hiding. So yeah,
Please switch.
Okay, you just
it's a
gave me a
fun.
good idea already. I shall start doing that with
Yeah,
my
you
kids.
should. Yeah, you should do that with your kids. Yeah, this what I was playing with my cousins and my friends, and yeah, should I say it doesn't justify the price? I don't know, because price is very subjective nowadays, right? So I don't think I'm gonna play a lot of this unless my friends say, "Hey, let's play." Then I will just hop in. But other than that, I did not find any apart from the bull, the the cow.
The cow.
Yeah, exactly.
Apart from that, I think yeah, I don't find the value in the game yet. But I'll be looking into it probably pretty soon if everyone else is jumping into it, because right now I'm playing other games. Mario Kart is not a priority because not everyone has the bundle. Most of my friends who got the games, they're playing it with their old games. So yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah.
When we play with Reese and I play, we'll definitely let you know as well. Because I'm actually same
Yeah,
thing.
sure.
I am also looking for people to play. I guess the reason why people are giving a meh, because it's kind of quite similar to Mario Kart 8
Yes.
Deluxe, just with
Yes.
the interconnected world. And plus, I played a
Yeah.
lot of Mario Kart 8.
Ah.
I played a lot. That's the
Yeah.
problem.
I
It's
had
too
enough.
similar.
Yeah. I had
Despite it,
enough of it.
It's too
Actually.
soon. Okay.
yeah, because
Yeah.
despite them doing some cool stuff like the interconnected what's it called, the race tracks and stuff like that, right? Despite that, which is a cool thing, but it's still, the mechanism is still the same thing. You still have double items. It's pretty much, again, it's pretty much Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. They could have maybe brought back some old favorite modes, like maybe double dash or something like that, or they try to innovate a bit more on the basic race mechanism, but they did not. What they did is they innovate more on the race tracks and make it interconnected and stuff like that. So in terms of value, again, I mean, I can't really what's it called, comment too much, because my kids love playing it. So for me, if they love playing it already, for me that is valuable, right? But aside from that, I the Grand Prix normal lor, right? Normal lor, just with interlink racetracks. But the coolest one, I think Reese mentioned as well, is the Knockout Tour. Knockout Tour definitely is a lot of fun. Because it really adds on a little bit more of the urgency of trying to get as front as you can before, I mean, to avoid getting eliminated. So I think the innovation part for this round is Knockout Tour, but it's not enough lah. For me, it's not enough for if you buy it for $80, that's not worth it. But because you buy a bundle, it's fine. I guess that is the reason why Nintendo is trying their best to they're pushing people to get the bundle, because maybe they themselves also not so confident people gonna buy it full price. Because if it's full price, I might not get it also. If it's full price, I might not get it. Yeah, I think we can all agree here, right?
Sorry, Harry, just want to go back. I think this could be one of the reason why it wasn't the same feeling when we were talking about the console release, right? Back then, when we got Switch, it was Breath of the Wild, right? So Breath of the Wild itself supported a lot of that feeling of new, right? I mean, going back to the point where you were raising that when we got Switch 2, we didn't really feel that it's something out of ordinary. I mean, of course, with the idea that it's just a reiteration of Switch 1, but then the software itself, I think Mario Kart, at least I'm pretty sure this is only for Malaysian, because I think I'm pretty sure Mario Kart is pretty big out there. I mean, you see North America, Japan. I mean, they're big fan of Mario Kart. But at least for Malaysia, the value is not as huge. But then it definitely affects the launching feeling of Switch 2. So I think if we got another game like Breath of the Wild to support the launch title for Switch 2, then I think we will still get that feeling of how we felt when we got Switch right back then. So yeah, I think that at least that's what I feel. So, and then of course I think the $80 so far like that. So
I mean, for Switch 1, Nintendo is in a very difficult position where they're not sure with the concept of the Switch, right? They are not sure whether they are able to get people in, right? That's one. The Wii U was a failure, so they must get something to tie in with the new concept of a new handheld console. Then that's why they chose Breath of the Wild, because we know that Breath of the Wild is phenomenal. But for the Switch 2, they already established already. They know that, sorry to say this lah, but they know that people's gonna buy it. Sorry to say lah, people's gonna buy it. So they that's why they don't need to. They are not rushed to introduce a killer app for this particular product. They know people are gonna buy it anyway. So that's how I feel. But but it's important for them now to keep the momentum going. That's fine. You don't have a killer app for launch, fine. But what Switch 1 enjoyed during the mid and the end of the life cycle, which is content, even until the very end, Switch 2 need to continue that despite not having a killer app. They need to keep going. At least the line is straight, you know. They can't keep going down, you know. When they keep going down, right, I feel like you might not end well for the Switch 2. It happens to any new product. New product always very exciting one. Very exciting. It's always new, ma. But when the second iteration, a sequel comes in, right, expectation is there already. And very, very, very hard. Usually it gets very exciting, lah. But because you already expected the quality, right? So that's how I feel.
Yeah. And then it goes back to your point where the expectation was so high, and then the anticipation was high, which is why Switch 2 I think the sales result was like over the chart, right? So you're talking about something that I think on the first week it break
Yeah, it got like
every
3.5
record, right?
million,
Yeah.
one of the
Yeah,
highest
yeah.
selling of all
Yeah.
time, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, so
But despite being a Nintendo fan, right? What I said just now being true again. If Nintendo felt too comfortable, their strategy is again too comfortable, where the software output is getting lesser and lesser. They will not enjoy that title of the fastest, selling console for very long. They have to keep going. They are not in the position like Sony, where don't do much also can sell. The Switch 2 is not a confirmed product yet. So, yeah, not confirmed win product yet. They have to keep going. That's how I feel. All right. In that case, let's talk about a few more things then. Before we move on to the next topic. Let's talk about game chat. Game chat, Zerg. Do you have chance to try out the game chat?
I did.
Oh, cool.
It was yeah, I did with my friends and my brother. The noise cancelling is superb.
Oh yes.
oh my god,
The
yeah.
mic. The
I think that
mic.
is yes, yes. If there's something that you want to conclude from that voice, yeah, it's a good one. I would say it's better than Discord, because if I were to use the Discord for work and everything,
Oh,
the
Yeah.
better
noise
than
cancelling is
Discord?
something
Holy
else.
crap.
Yeah. Um, I'm not gonna be surprised if they will improve a little bit. I don't have the camera, obviously now, so I don't have the camera.
Mhm.
The
I'm waiting for
I haven't-
the Piranha Plant version.
Oh wow.
No, I think they're selling it already.
I,
Really?
I,
Okay.
I, I saw some
third
picture just
party, you
now.
can get it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I saw some
Mm-hmm.
pictures just now. I'll be honest, right? At first when the Piranha Plant camera was introduced, people like criticizing it, like comparing it with the official one, the stand one, right? Like, oh, the Piranha Plant is crazy. But to be frank, when I was trying it with Reese on the game chat, right? I tried myself also on the camera. When it being at the bottom, right? During game chat, the layout, right, it doesn't really matter. I don't it For me, it doesn't matter. So with the Piranha Plant one, I
Okay.
feel it being 40, if like 480p, is it? I felt that's fine. I mean, like, you still I should be able to still see you clearly. Just that of course it will be lower quality lah. But with the game chat, it's not about high resolution. What it's about it being functional, right? So bare minimum, and it should it should serve that purpose well. So plus the piano fly one is very cute. I saw it put on top of the Switch too. I'm like, oh, I would kind of want one of that. That looks pretty cool, despite being low res. So yeah, what do you think, Reese?
Sorry, is it you wanted to say something, right? So
Oh
we cut
yes,
you off.
sorry, did I cut you off?
I heard from my friend that you can use any USB-C camera. I haven't
Yeah,
checked
yeah.
that.
My Logitech, I
You can,
tried.
right?
Yes, yes, yes. It does. It does.
Oh, that's good.
Amazing.
That's crazy.
Amazing.
The compatibility is amazing.
Yeah, I was thinking that they're gonna gatekeep the connection and everything, so that's a good news.
Yeah, you can try a few ways. You can get your if you have a USB C one like the Piranha Plant one. I think it's just plug on top. All right, it works.
Mhm.
Or you can like if you're playing it dock, the usual USB slot on the side of the dock, just chuck it in.
Mhm.
Got him already. You got it. It just works.
Nice. That's a good
Plug
one.
and play. It just plugs
Yeah.
and play. So just whatever you're using now, like Reese one, Adris, whatever webcam you're using now, just plug in. It will work already. Right? It will be able to detect. It's not an exclusive.
cool.
Must get the Piranha Plant or the official Switch Switch 2 camera. Not like that. They
Yeah,
they are
that's
very
good.
nice these days. So yeah, don't have to spend a lot of money for
They're
that.
very
for now.
nice these days.
Very nice on this lah, on this one lah. So yeah, anything else, sir?
Nothing else from me, I guess, that I can think of. Yeah.
Yeah, then Reese, what do you think about the game chat?
Yeah, what I've I'm not gonna I don't have a lot to talk about it, but I think the streamlining it is pretty nice. I mean, it's just one button kind of thing, right? So it's set up pretty nice, and then I think you just need to register it once, and then it automatically apply to you. And then with this one button, you start off. You'll be able to start that. So I appreciate that, and that I caught a bit surprised because I didn't expect Nintendo would be able to deliver at least a spec that could meet at the ground level of whatever that we have at this point in time, right? So I like the noise cancelling pretty good, and as I've said, I think the streamlining it is the key point where. I mean, for casual user, you don't have to set up anything, you don't have to setting anything. You just click that button and everything pops out, right? So that was something that I appreciate so much. Yep.
Yep. So game chat is pretty amazing. I have the other thing that the other innovation that I haven't tried yet is game share. I don't know why, but I actually thought that Mario Kart World got game share. I thought I can grab a copy and then just get my kids to bring out their old Switch and then you stream it there. I'm not sure why I got that impression. I thought I saw a concept like that at the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct, but I need to double check again. But that's supposed to be the idea. I think the only game that's currently supporting it is Split Fiction. So I hope more games.
Donkey Kong Bonanza will be able to do that.
Oh yeah. Okay, you are right. You are absolutely right.
I'm so excited for that. Yeah.
I hope they would do that for Mario Kart World because I remember the 3DS, the Mario Kart 7 download play was amazing. Amazing. So
that one.
Yeah,
that was nice.
Guys,
right?
That was actually very consumer friendly. You can actually just get one copy and then the other one just have to download that particular level.
Correct.
You can play already. That was so awesome. I thought they're gonna do it here, but apparently not. So maybe try do that. At least you can make the Switch one a bit more, make it more useful. Aside from it, just playing Switch one games. All right, so hopefully I can try that someday because I'm actually very excited for that one. Aside that, what else? You want to talk? Anything else you want to talk about for the Switch 2 at the moment before we wait until Adris 1 next year or later this year, whichever.
I just want to say
my
one thing
year
about
later review.
I just want to say, a couple of days ago, we finally got the Nintendo Switch application for Malaysia market. Woohoo!
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's my fault. I keep thinking it doesn't work, but apparently it does already. That's great.
And I'm loving it. I'm really loving it. Especially thank you, Adri, since we are the same family on NSO. It really.
Oh yeah, we're in that group. Yeah.
Definitely. Especially when I was plugging in Tears of the Kingdom, right? The Switch 2 edition, right?
I kind of want to get the upgrade pack though. I really want to get though, but
come, join us, Harry.
Join the family.
Join us, Harry. Join the family.
and
join the family.
Has a spot. That's nice.
Sorry, was that? Oh, I got another spot. Yeah, sure. So I think playing old Switch game with the upgraded version. I mean, it's nothing out of ordinary, but you do feel that there's a major difference in terms of the loading time, in terms of the visual, and then the performance kind of stuff. But I think the app, the Nintendo Switch app part was I love it. I haven't really got the time to dwell in the new content that they did for the new Switch 2 Zelda version, right? So I think there's voice note kind of stuff. I haven't got the chance to go through that yet. But the navigation map, I think this one is something that has always been the talk of the town when we're talking about the what you call that, whenever the achievement kind of stuff, right? So you can see that achievement option for both Zelda games. of course, albeit it's via phone, but it's still something that I guess a lot of people want, and then apparently you eventually Nintendo did deliver on that. So you'll be able to see how many enemies you're killed, and then you'll get those achievement. You have spent this much time, this much. So it's nice, and I'm gonna give that application at this point time a 9 out of 10. I really love it so far. Of course, I'm waiting for the Nintendo Music app to be available as well. But yeah.
Oh, please, please. Yeah,
please.
need to have that.
Yeah,
I want to
especially
listen to my
when we-
Xenoblade
yeah.
OSTs.
Oh my god, yeah.
I agree. It's not like you cannot really listen to that anywhere.
No, there's a difference.
It's not that you cannot listen to
Really,
that. It's the same thing, dude. It's the same thing. I don't know what do you want.
You can set up the playlist. You can set up the
I'm already doing
what you
that.
call
I already have everything.
No. I think Nintendo Music is one of the things that I'm looking forward to get. And of course, hopefully, when we got this Nintendo Switch application for Malaysia, I'm hopefully that they'll follow through with that pretty soon as well.
You're such a fanboy, Reese. You're such a fanboy.
No. I really need it because when I go for a jog, right, I'm lazy to set up like the YouTube
What?
kind of stuff. So
Okay, no.
I'm really looking forward to see that. Yeah.
That's a good excuse.
Yeah.
I thought I'm already doing that. What's going on? What world am I living in right now? But
What's
anyway,
happening?
What's happening? All right. With that, we stop our Switch 2 impression for now because I really wanted Adri to join in more to talk about. It'll be great time now because the next round when he finally gets his one, the Switch 2 would have more software because currently I think one thing we have to criticize something to note is there aren't a lot of Switch 2 specific software at the moment, right? So
it's a valid criticism. It's a valid.
Yep.
It's a valid.
yeah, right.
It's a valid
So
criticism.
I actually was expecting
FOMO.
more games. I did
FOMO
get.
kinda-
I mean, this is not really just Switch 2 lah, but it's a launch title. I did get Deltarune for my kids. So today,
Yeah.
so they're enjoying it. So
Cool.
yep. So my kids have been.
Yeah, I played the
begging
game as
after
well. I forgot to
exam.
mention.
It's fun, right? Yeah, I actually see
Good.
watching them play. So, pretty fun. So I might just try out myself as well. So I think we will go through the last thing for today, if that's okay. Let's go through.
Yeah, sure.
Let's go to the next Xbox one, but we will not go through the whole thing as per original.
Yeah.
We will do the supercut version because it's
Okay.
2 hours. So Adri, you want to do
It's-
the YouTube thing or I do?
You can do it. I don't know which supercar you're looking at.
In that case, let me do it.
Yeah, you do it.
it. Let me try this one. YouTube.
Join activity.
Hold on.
Where is the joint activity?
Mhm. Okay. Oh wow. Okay. So this one I just type Xbox Showcase 2025.
Owen Wilson, hot ones.
What? Oh
I-
god.
Did they say all the recommended videos? One of it is Owen Wilson, hot ones.
I have no control
I need
whatever
to
is
see that.
showing there. I need to make it clear.
Yeah.
A recap. Hold on. I think Supercut is it. Let me double check. Quick one. Supercut. All right. Does that work? Wait, why? Why is showing you all this kind of weird stuff? Oh wait, no. Quick one. Digital trend. How about that? Oh, guys, hold on. Give me a second. I think I have to.
No worries.
I have.
Maybe I
think
can
have
search it.
to- I can actually copy and paste the link and it
Yeah, you
works.
can.
Yeah, that's the one cool thing about
Yeah.
this app. Hold on, just now I was looking at it already on Xbox.
Currently, I'm seeing on my screen we got this Karma Alien stage, not ending until we beat Super Mario Brothers Part 3.
Okay.
Cat's
Oh, I'm seeing
Eye,
it too.
What?
What?
Kai Cenat and I Show Speed. What?
And then the K-pop.
Is it?
It says
Is
ISPA Dirty Work MV.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Owen Wilson.
Oh, I'm real sorry.
Alex, Warren, and Rose. Okay.
All right. It's here. Sorry, guys.
Okay. We see it. Okay.
Okay.
Why is it so
Okay.
small?
Expand video. Okay.
All right, let's go.
Skip
I'm
it,
seeing
skip
it. I'm
it.
seeing
Sorry,
it.
Owen Wilson. All right, let's
The
go.
Xbox
Sorry.
Showcase has just wrapped up, and there are a ton of games that were revealed.
Yeah,
for
let's
both
go
your
for this
Xbox
one, Super
consoles
Cut
and Xbox Game Pass, and even a brand new hardware review.
Oh,
I
yeah,
am
I
so
forgot about
excited
that
for this
one.
one.
First-party
I
titles.
forgot
We also
about
get
the
Is it
handheld.
Rock Ally?
third-party announcements.
Yeah,
Alongside
yeah,
so
those
Ally
titles
2.
that are available on your Xbox consoles right
It's
now.
gonna
And
be
this one as
so
well.
yeah.
I will be covering the
Alright,
33
let's get
Xbox and Game Pass
started,
games
guys.
that were announced at the Xbox Showcase in 2025. My name is Fletcher, and this is Xbox Nation. Make sure to subscribe for more Xbox content every single day, and let's dive right into these insane Xbox announcements. First up,
Alright.
and the big trailer that kicked off this great showcase,
Outer
the
Worlds 2.
and we even got a brand new
Oh,
launch
I
date
forgot
for
to
this
say,
year.
actually,
We did also get
I
to see
just
more
bought
of this
Outer
game with
Worlds
the
on the
extended
Switch.
direct, and
I
this is
tried
looking
on the
like
Switch
a massive
too.
step up in all
Okay
areas
lah.
compared to the
It's
first
okay.
entry. The world here is a
alright.
lot bigger, and there was
Yeah.
a greater
But
emphasis
it's portable,
on
like, I'll play
options,
more.
the
I'll play more.
choices
Seriously,
that you
I'll
can
play
make,
more.
and also major improvements to the
Yeah,
combat.
I bought it for the
There is also a nice new
portability.
addition
Yeah,
of
yeah,
weapon
same.
types, like we see in games like the Borderlands series,
just a bit
with some
jarring.
very weird and wonderful options.
It's cool.
If you are interested
Hey,
in the
but
Outer
the
Worlds
Switch
2,
2,
this is coming to Xbox and day one to Xbox Game Pass on the 29th of
HD
October.
Rumble Light.
I'm really loving the extra detail on the corporate satire here, alongside the different options in terms of dialogue and also
I'm actually
ways that you
excited
can
for
just
this one
enter
as well.
different
This one
stories.
is?
It's looking
Outer
really,
Worlds
really
2.
great. Obsidian are really cooking, and I can't
Okay.
wait for this.
Sorry, I got an
September.
ad just now.
I love the
Oh,
original High on Life when it came to
Adri, you had to
Xbox
pay,
Game
dude.
Pass
You had to
years
pay.
back now,
Skip
and I was
that.
so
Make
shocked
sure
to
you
see
pay,
that High on
Adri.
Life 2 got announced, and I'm really up for it.
This one
This one is coming this
I'm
winter to
surprised
both the
they
Xbox
got a
Series consoles,
sequel.
and will be another
Oh,
day one
High
Xbox
on
Game
Life,
Pass
eh?
title, as we saw with the first
High on
entry.
Life
High on
2.
Life, right? Oh, High on Life
I
2.
enjoyed the first one so much.
But I thought this one got controversy, or is it like the studio gone or
our way
something?
through some weird alien worlds. across
No,
the
the
galaxy.
voice,
Instead of
the
aliens
creator,
using humans for drugs this time, the story now goes in a wacky new
got
direction.
cancelled or
And now
something.
Aliens are actually using humans in different zoos, and a lot.
He got into a lawsuit.
This trailer really
And then they
shows some
replaced
brand new
him.
weapons and characters,
Yeah, yeah.
alongside some fan favorites. And there was
This is
even
like
that
the
So the
PG
studio's
Inafune.
still there. It's just he's. Yeah.
Oh shit! Now it's my turn for the ad. Adri, thanks a lot, Adri.
No, I think I'm getting the ad as well. I'm so lagging behind you guys. I don't know why.
Okay, hold on. I'm just paused it. Everything okay?
Right
guys
now
okay,
we are looking at a.
at the Future Game Showcase.
How come we have
before,
separate
but we
ads?
did
That's
get
so
the
terrible.
so
YouTube.
weird. Why?
Showcase. This new game
Let us
from
watch
Zergg
the same
Studios and
ads.
Focus Entertainment looks to expand the universe of A Plague Tale with a brand new and original story set 15 years before the events of the last game.
That sounds so funny at the same
time.
Invited
I never
villains,
thought
anyone
was
Resident
watching the same ads.
Smart deadly foes and unravel some ancient secrets. Along
Yeah,
with
what's this?
confronting
This
the
is-
creature
this is-
at the heart of a devastating
I got
Resident
this.
It seems to be a.
F?
a sword in one hand
It seems
and
to be a
light in the
Plague
other,
Tale
and then
spin-off.
plunge into the
This
myth
is-
of the
oh.
macula.
Yeah.
Resonance.
I'd like to see a bit more gameplay
So it's a
here.
Plague
The
Tale
benefit, though,
spin-off.
is
That's
that it's
cool. I
also
love
coming to
the
Xbox
series.
Game Pass
Yeah.
sometime in
I love it.
2026. I love the fact that
What
Xbox
is
and
this?
Bandai Namco
Blood
have
of
such a close
Dawnwalker.
relationship, and that was made
This is a
abundantly
Bandai
clear as the
Namco
Blood of
game.
Dawnwalker is an incredible new
surprised
game
to
that
see
got
it.
shown off for the first time on the
Assassin's Creed
Xbox
style, is it? Or no?
This is actually a brand new
No,
Dark
it's
Souls
Vampire.
Vampire.
and it immediately
Yeah.
gave me The Witcher
Oh, you
and
can
Tomb
actually
Raider
walk.
vibes.
Sort of
And
like
rightly so,
Assassin's
as
Creed.
It's got ex-developers
What
from The
walls?
Witcher games working behind the scenes.
Yeah, which is
Along
why
with
I
more
thought was
thinking as well.
Assassin's
You'll
Creed
play
is
as
kind
Cohen,
of-
a young man turned
This is
into
cool.
a Dawnwalker, which is half man, half vampire, and he is forever treading the line between the world of day and the realm of
it's-
night.
Yeah,
I
it
absolutely
has
love
that
the combat
Assassin's
here,
Creed
and I'm always a big sucker
gameplay.
for these medieval-themed games
saw the
with some
enemy,
pretty gruesome and dark
enemy,
combat. It
designs
did have
pretty
a few moments where it looked a bit shaky
Yeah.
frame-rate-wise, but it does come out in 2026.
But
so
it
I have no
looks
doubt we'll see some more
rough.
improvements
I don't
by its
know.
launch dates.
I know,
The
they have a-
edges,
The
right?
jankiness, right? You're talking about the jankiness, right?
Yeah.
What
I
is
got
that
an
ad?
ad. Jeez.
Are we watching the same ad? The Bleach one?
The pickleball one.
Pickleball.
Yes.
And we will be watching.
In a transition away from the medieval
I'm getting a
setting,
mid-boy, really.
stylized
Anything.
one, but still containing that decapitation.
Why can't you just
we had the
just
reveal
show us the
of
Super
same
Meat Boy.
ad?
Meat Boy. It's
Super
actually
Meat
being
Boy.
developed by a different dev called
Show us the
Superfly,
same
and
Super
ad.
Meat Boy
Why?
3D.
Indie darling into a
This
third
looks
dimension.
amazing, man.
Of
Yeah, it is
course,
fun.
Super Meat Boy
Oh, shit.
3D is exactly what you love about this series. It's still
This is
a
crazy.
challenging platformer where you will guide a cube of meat on a
Wow.
mission to rescue his bandage-made girlfriend.
Zerg is like, ugh.
3D setting.
You're a surgeon, Zerg.
Buzzsaws, collapsing caves, and dying countless times
Zerg
along the
shouldn't
way.
be saying,
It looks
ugh.
really, really great.
The
There
one
seems
that
to be a
says,
lot of
is the
multiple
surgeon
characters
in the-
well
in the
alongside
room.
that fast-paced
The one that's
gameplay,
seen
and
the
I'm really
most.
actually looking forward to seeing how the devs transition from this franchise from 2D to 3D. It is coming out in early 2026. and is
Somehow
also
that's
a
very
Xbox
worrying.
Game Pass title. We did actually get a further look at
Oh,
Yeah,
Ninja
Ninja
Gaiden
Gaiden.
show, and it's still exceeding
Oh,
my
look at that.
expectations.
This is coming to
Yes,
Game
well,
Pass. Can you
you can
believe
see
this?
everything here from seamless
So
weapon
good.
switching and obliteration techniques.
When we
to
say
the
that, right,
explosive
I
return
kind of
of
worry.
bloodline,
How do they earn
ninjutsu,
money from
and ninja
this?
arts. This trailer though really
I don't
brought us
know,
to
man.
the
I don't
total
know.
stylish
At least I know I
evolution
get to
of the
play it.
series. We also got an awesome sneak peek at some
I'm
new
like-
characters.
It's from Platinum
stories,
Games,
some massive
man.
boss fights,
Platinum
and
Games
mysterious
developing this.
legendary Ryu, and a near-future Tokyo that's
Man.
struggling in the grips of an overwhelming evil. It does look as though Ninja Gaiden 4 is set to be another
This is so
fantastic addition to
awesome.
this franchise, and it launches on the 21st of October. Oh, and if I've
Ooh.
got to mention, it's also coming day one to Xbox Game Pass.
Deal.
That's crazy.
Surprisingly,
Christ.
Indiana Jones and the Great
Oh,
Circle
yeah,
is
Indiana
getting
Jones also
brand new
getting a DLC.
and it arrives this September, and it's
I'm
called
getting a
The
Bleach
Order of the
ad.
Giants. This DLC is set during the
Not yet.
Oh, I got that
expands
first.
on the story of
Oh, wait, should I pause it? Should I pause it? Wait, you guys got ads, why you let me
You
know I
can.
pause it. Everything okay already?
No, it's okay.
Is
Okay.
this YouTube or Discord for? I'm not sure.
I don't know. This is terrible. Should we move on? Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
the
funny.
Nephilim
Why?
Order. We will of course face off against some old threats and new foes,
This is so
navigating
weird.
Rome
Just
beyond
show us the
walls
same
of Vatican
ad.
City,
Why?
and then also uncovering the legend of a colossal beast. We did only get a very
I
brief
really
Right now
wanna
it's
play
Beast
this
of
game.
This one
Reincarnation,
has a
right?
Release date, and it's coming on
This
the
is the
4th of
Indiana
Yeah, it
September.
Jones
looks
one.
amazing.
It's definitely worth upgrading to the premium upgrade edition.
Huh?
if you
I really
have a
wanna
Game
play
Pass
this.
subscription,
Oh,
as it's
I'm-
still pretty cheap at that discounted price.
Yeah, you should
I'm
play
already at
Indiana
the-
Jones. It's
the
pretty
next
In a
good.
twist that nobody really expected,
Beast of
Pokemon developer
Reincarnation.
Game
This is
Freak
the Game
announced
Freak one.
Beast of
Yeah.
Oh, this-
Reincarnation, and compared
yeah,
to
this is
the
the Game
likes
Freak
of
one. It
Pokemon
looks
games
good.
with awful visuals, this one looks
Like,
absolutely
how?
incredible.
Wow.
I
Just-
have looked a bit
just,
I
further.
thought it was
Uh,
Wild Hearts
I
at
really
first,
love the
but
trailer,
Yeah,
and
it
this
does
is
have
a
the
But this
Wild
is
Hearts
good.
look. Huh?
RPG set in post-apocalyptic Japan.
Yeah,
The world
it's
here has also
just-
become consumed
But his
by
modern
corruption
apocalyptic-
and
I'm looking forward to
overtaken by
this.
some cool and some pretty
Just
gross-looking
keep your
formidable beasts.
expectations
yeah, look
low.
very
Of a
Wukong.
protagonist called
Look
Emma,
very
who is
Wukong
a
like.
cursed outcast, and she's actually
Yeah.
joined by her loyal dog called Ku. They
Okay,
will journey
I'm getting
through
a KFC
dangerous,
ad right now.
ever-shifting world that demands precision and
Ayo, my god, it's so funny. So random pickleball lah.
Clockwork Revolution.
Are you okay now,
Oh my
Reese?
god, kid, Harris.
I'm at Clockwork Revolution.
Okay, hold on. Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
mastery
Then
of
we move on, move on.
combat. It kind
I
of
don't
gives
understand
me
now. Why can't you
Monster
just sync
Hunter
everything?
vibes or
Okay.
even Wild
We are still
Heart
at the,
vibes, but the combat here is more
Game Freak
action
game.
RPG
You getting another
oriented,
ad?
like Black Myth Wukong. Even so, this still
What?
comes
So
soon,
frequent?
and it's
Reese
also
is a
included
very
in
good
the
customer.
title. My highlight of the show was
Okay.
easily
Okay, now I'm
Clockwork
getting an ad.
Revolution,
One-
and I
One
know
Punch
many of you
Man?
out there are saying
I got an ad
exactly the same
as
thing.
well.
This wasn't a
Guys,
is this, guys?
I'll tell you what. Let me just I had enough of this, so I will do the screen share. My
Yeah, yeah. Do the
God.
screen share. What's
This
so
is
terrible?
terrible.
about
The proper
um,
YouTube thingy.
Yeah. This
Yeah.
is terrible, guys. Just
This is the
leave
YouTube.
this- Yeah, I'll show you guys the YouTube.
Is it
but
Discord's fault?
I think
Is it
I think
Discord?
they
Is
wanna
it-
add. They wanna add the.
I think it's a
the
Discord thing.
feature. Yeah, the feature for those who pay for the Discord.
this is.
these
Ah,
medieval
the
themed
Nitro.
games with some
Yeah.
Damn, man.
Why are they doing?
So what do we do
this?
now?
They sold out.
Okay, just give me a moment. Just give me a moment.
Lead activity.
A
Yeah.
quick one.
Yeah.
A quick one. Okay. I will start from Clockwork
Okay,
Revolution.
okay.
Right, mine is premium, so there's no ads.
Yeah.
I'm actually paying for it. Okay, hold on. Just give me how do I do this?
Worth it though. It's worth it.
Yeah, it actually is worth it. All right. All right, guys, you can just go in. All right.
Watch
then I
stream,
was
okay.
stuck.
My highlight of the show was easily
Much
Clockwork
better.
Revolution, and I know many of you out
Clockwork
there are
Revolution,
saying
right?
exactly
Yeah.
the same as
Oh
me.
yeah, I'm looking forward
This
to
wasn't
this.
a short
It's coming to
snippet of
Game
gameplay
Pass.
either.
This
We
looks
actually
fun,
got a
though.
rather extensive look at everything in the game, and I'm beyond hyped.
It's
even
like
though we
Bioshock
didn't
Infinite.
get a release
Yeah,
date.
it does.
Yeah,
We got a
yeah.
lovely new look at the steampunk city of Avalon, and
absolutely
we saw
right.
a ton here as well. There was everything from gangs that looked to prey on the weak, tons of automatons with some being funny little puppets, and even the showcase of being able to transform the environment based on your own choices. There is also, of course, a massive emphasis here on the choices that you make, along with the time-bending mechanics that not only affect the
this is
NPCs,
like
but
a
the
first-person
overarching
shooter,
environment.
right?
The combat here also looks pretty great to me, and the added benefit of that
Yeah.
in-depth weapon customizer made me even more excited to
Bioshock.
dive into this world. I will try to do another video very soon covering everything we know about Clockwork Revolution so far, so make sure to subscribe down below if you're interested in hearing more about this upcoming
the voice of
Xbox Game Pass title. Grounded 2 looks to be another fantastic hit from Obsidian, and my god, this development
Grounded
is
got a
actually
sequel.
cooking
That's crazy.
this 2025. Much
Actually
like the first
didn't
title
know
though,
that this
you can
game is
expect to be living a Bug's
so-
Life
it's
kind of adventure
profitable
in this
enough.
new game, as you play as a teen who's essentially been struck down and thrown into a dangerous and now oversized world. The new setting though is called Brick Hollow Park, and it looks pretty big compared to the
Honey,
original
I Shrunk
game,
the Kids.
with a brand new
Yep,
environment,
it does.
some new
I
creepy
wish
crawly
they
stages
revived
to fight,
that-
and a bunch of new
that
exciting
movie
systems to
series,
keep
man.
track
That
of if
movie?
you hope to stay alive.
Yeah,
Grounded 2
it
already
really
looks
is
as
a
if it has the
childhood
makings to
game,
be
a
one of the
childhood
best
movie.
survival games of all time. The good news is that Grounded 2 will be launching into
I guess
Xbox
that
Game Preview
people
and
wanted
also
that kind of
Steam
game,
Early
Grounded
Access
becomes
on the
successful.
29th of July, so it's coming out very, very soon, and it will also
I
be a
feel
part
like it.
of Xbox Game Pass at its launch. The latest title from the Silent
Oh,
Hill
I'm
2
actually very
remake
excited for this
developer
one as
is
well.
a third-person survival horror
I'm
experience
sure you
with
are.
a
Oh.
very
You
retro
are?
futuristic setting, and also an eerie story
Sure,
that
I
time
guess.
travel and the end of human
It
civilization.
looks like Dead Space.
Chronos: The New Dawn looks absolutely
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah, Dead
It looks to
Space.
implement
Correct.
everything we
It was
love
very
from games
Dead Space.
like Dead Space.
I hope it does
The
well,
new trailer we
you
were shown
know,
highlights
like-
the game's
not
merging
like, you know,
mechanics,
the
which allow orphans,
Callisto
which are the
Protocol.
enemies in this game, to essentially
think that
assault
game
their
not bad
allies
also,
who
right?
have fallen in combat, and then
game
turn
not too
into
bad.
bigger and faster threats.
This
It
one looks like a
awesome,
bit of
and I
Dead
know
Space-
many of your
Dead
horror
Space and
fans will be
Returnal.
foaming at the mouth. And to top
Yeah, I
that,
was about to
they've
say
also
so.
let us know that
Definitely
it's coming in
Returnal
full
for me, yep.
2025.
Yeah, very, very
This one is-
Returnal.
Yeah,
like-
Returnal,
During
right?
the show, we did get
But
the
that was
standard
not
fare
like
of seeing
Game
what's
Pass,
up and
right?
coming for both
That's
the
too
Elder
bad.
Scrolls Online and Fallout
No,
76.
it wasn't Game Pass.
And there's some nice content here if you love either of these games. The Elder Scrolls Online Season of the Worm
Man,
Cult starts on the
I
18th
wish I had
of June.
time
to Elder
and
Scrolls
we'll see
Online.
a bit more detail
I
here.
wish I had
This will be
time.
a
I
true
just don't
sequel
have
to the
time
main
for
You
narrative
really
of
need to
ESO,
commit
as
to
you'll be
it.
investigating
Yeah,
the
I
resurgence
can't,
of the Worm
seriously.
Cult, which you'll meet some brand new
Plus, you
allies
need
and
to
join
pay,
forces
like,
with some
monthly
familiar
fee
faces.
for,
It looks pretty fun,
like,
and I'm sure all of you Elder Scrolls Online
yeah.
fans
chest,
will love
you know,
diving
to-
into this
to
brand new
increase your storage
expansion.
space and
We then
stuff.
had a look
That's
at
kind
Fallout
of-
76, and they are adding a rather substantial fishing
It's all
update,
pretty
and
fun
I
as
They
do
well.
actually quite like it. You can now grab a rod, find a pond, or even just
It's
a small
actually also
puddle,
very
and start
fun.
catching fish
Just
across
commitment
Appalachia.
now.
They mentioned there are over
time for
30
this,
weird and wonderful fish waiting to be reeled in,
Actually
and
love
it can
these
be
games
done
a lot.
anywhere that you can swim. It's a nice little update, and it's available right now. I will also briefly mention that we got another Sea of Thieves shout, and this is for Season
Wow, Sea of
17
Thieves
called
still
Smuggler's
ongoing.
Tide. It seems as though details are still pretty light at the moment,
those
but
that
at the
say
very
this
least
game
we're
is a
getting
flop,
a brand new faction, which is
Season
cool to
17,
see,
man.
and shows that they're constantly evolving on this
17.
That's
game.
why.
Otherwise, it seems like a pretty typical new Sea of Thieves season, with some new loot and voyages to uncover, but if you're interested, this one lands this August. Revealed during the showcase alongside an action-packed
Avalon.
gameplay trailer, we got a brand new look at Avalon, a new
Avalon.
IP from the team Don't Nod, the same team behind the great Banisher's Ghost of New Eden. The new game looks to follow the protagonist and astronaut Ariana, who is stranded on the frozen planet of Basinafe. She must
Okay.
survive and brave the landscapes and shifting realities of this planet to rescue her wounded partner named Thomas. The end of the trailer also
This is
seems to
by
hint
the
at something more sinister to
developers
this
that did
sci-fi action
Banisher?
game, but it
Didn't
can
that game
really
didn't
take a
do well
turn.
also?
Donod also confirmed that the game will blend both exploration, traversal, and tense
I think
stealth
so.
gameplay, and that players will have to avoid some lurk threats and uncover haunting secrets buried beneath the ice. We did get a release window of 2026, so it does seem a little while off, but I will update you as we
I
get
have
more
to say
news,
this,
but a big
Xbox
benefit is that
games,
it's coming
right?
day one to Xbox Game Pass.
Yeah, main
Weird is one
characters
of
very
those words
diverse.
that I try to avoid because it usually means
diverse.
I'm not going to even attempt to understand or unpack
Yeah,
the
I gotta
specific
admit,
things that is going
most
on.
of these games are like, wow,
Supernatural
they're unique.
Hotel Renovator,
Yeah.
There Are No More Ghosts at the Grand.
This
really
like,
stood out to
especially
me
this one.
last night.
It's like
this
you're-
is a narrative-driven
you're a
adventure
guy
game
who's
that follows Chris David, a man who
hunting
inherits
ghosts,
a
I think?
dilapidated seaside hotel from his late father. His goal is essentially renovate the hotel within
Look at
30
that.
days and
This is a
nights
unique
using
first-person
7
game.
somewhat
Yeah,
magical
we have
power
that in
tools.
real life.
The trailer that was shown gave us a glimpse of the different tools like sandblasters and furniture cannons, where you can blast away wallpaper,
you get what I
vacuum up
mean.
trash,
Wow.
and redecorate. It may
Yeah.
look like a bit
You
like
understand.
House Flipper or Power Simulator at first glance, but that's not exactly the full picture. I
wow, shit,
absolutely
what's
dig
that?
these
Oh,
insane
shit.
ideas, and although I
Oh,
really
shit.
wasn't sold at first,
Take
I
it
am now. It comes out in early 2026
I want
and
that.
day one onto Xbox Game Pass. Another little
This cat.
quick update.
It's coming to
is that we're
Xbox
getting
Game
a brand
Pass,
new
so great.
DLC
Oh, yeah,
for
nice.
Age of Mythology Retold, and it's called
Age of
Heavenly
Mythology
Spear, and
Retold.
arrives later this year. I did a little bit more digging into this one after the show, and it will bring us 12
Isn't this the
gods from
RTS
Japanese
game?
mythology alongside some brand new units.
Yeah.
We also have some brand new missions that will await us upon
But I
booting
don't
the
know what
game
they what
alongside
they're
the
showing
Japanese
here. What the heck
pantheon.
is this?
I haven't really
Yeah.
played Age of Mythology
how
myself,
is this
but I know
Age of
many
It's just a
people in chat
showcase.
were actually
It's
quite
a con-
excited for this brand new DLC.
Is it
And
like
now
a
I just have to
Age
try
of
out the game
Empires?
personally prior to its launch.
Yeah, something like that, right?
Mudang 2 Hearts was
with
another
the-
massive
with the god.
highlight of the entire show for me.
With the green
Adri,
heart.
Especially as I'm a
Mudang
big
2
fan of
Hearts.
games like Ghost Recon, and
Wu
this looked
Chang
exactly
something
like that,
something.
but
Wu
with
Long
some
something
stealth
something.
elements. This one is looking to mix
Sorry,
stealth
dude.
action with
I'm not being
strong
racist,
story-driven
right?
elements.
What is
And the game looks to
Mudang?
be a unique
What is
experience that's
Mudang?
rooted in Korean
What's
culture
up with
and
What is
visions of the
this?
future. We got a
Why is
rather
it
nice
two
look at the freedom to
hearts?
choose between stealthy infiltration,
What's up
melee
with the
combat, or
name?
guns
Mudang.
blazing, and it looks like you can switch
Mudang
strategies
to-
at any
what is
time.
this, a zombie
shit.
game? Oh,
The
okay.
realism in this one
Okay.
looks
Look very
I thought it was
zombie,
like
visually,
Call of Duty.
well, it looked utterly
Yeah.
spectacular.
Korean game,
We did
did?
get a tease of a somewhat
Yeah, it looks like
zombie
Korean
aspect
game or
towards
Ch- or
the end,
Chinese
which I
game.
really wasn't completely sold on. But I can't wait to hear
Too
more about
hard.
the
Because they
game
have
when it comes out
terrible
later
names.
in 2026.
Terrible
Of the
names.
original Planet of Lana.
Just because
so
of
seeing
that.
the announcement of Planet
Yes,
of Lana 2,
yes,
Children
not
of
wrong.
Relief,
Planet of
thrilled,
Lana 2.
especially as this one is
Oh,
coming
this
to
one is-
Xbox
that's
Game
good,
Pass
this
as
one is
well
good.
as a day one release. This one is a full continuation of the 2023
so
game
good,
with its
man.
gorgeous 2D
So,
world.
this is
Of
your
course,
kind
we
of
will
game.
once again take on the
I
role of
would love
Lana
to.
and
Yeah.
her adorable companion.
Yeah,
it looks
as
like
they
a Zergg
navigate
game.
a strange world after a roadblock.
Wow.
Do you
Nice.
play the first one?
The sequel promises more clever
I did
puzzle
not.
solving, as well as refined
try. I
stealth
think it's
mechanics,
always on-
I guess
new
it's time.
agility, challenging action sequences, and a profound sci-fi story. As mentioned, this is coming to both the Xbox
The
Series
animation
X
looks
and S
pretty good.
consoles in 2026,
Is
and I
this
can't
kinda
wait
like
to dive back
those,
into this gorgeous
limbo-
indie world.
Hello?
Now, I won't lie to
those
you,
kind
but
of-
I'm
Sort
not
of.
a massive anime
Okay,
guy.
that's
I
cool.
have watched a couple
Solo
like the Shield
leveling
Heroes
This
one's
games and
interesting
Naruto,
too.
but this is the first I'm hearing about solo leveling. Well, if you're a fan of this
Oh.
anime, things are going to
Solo
be
I don't know if
more
this is a
for you,
free-to-play
as it's back,
game
and this
or
time with
a-
fresh core twist.
If
That's
it's
why
official
gameplay,
premium
then
game.
it's
Civilization
on
is
Steam already.
leveling up with a brand new game, and it's
Yeah,
packing
right?
some serious
Yeah.
I don't know, the
multiplayer
quality
chaos.
looks like
Solo leveling
premium,
Arise
but at
Overtime
the
is
same
a
time, it
new
feels
version
like
of this
a
game that was actually
free-to-play
stuck on
game.
mobile and PC, and is now going next gen with some cooperative gameplay. Revealed during the
I think
show,
it is a
this
free-to-play
edition lets
game.
you and
I mean, looking
other
at it-
friends
really?
team up to take on some massive monsters
Yeah.
together. If you've ever wanted to feel
I don't know,
like
I'm
a
just
squad of
looking at it
hunters
like, oh, this
wrecking
can't be
dozens of
premium.
different enemies
Looks
and
like
bosses,
Honkai,
then this
yeah.
is your chance. It comes
Yeah,
to
the
PC
UI looks
first
like it's
at
for
the end of
mobile
this
as
year,
well.
and then
Like
to
how they
Xbox
frame
consoles
the
in
gameplay.
2026. There's another
Man,
creature-catching game
really?
on the horizon, but this one is known as
Animo.
and is described
What
as
is
a
this?
new free-to-play next-gen creature.
A lot of my
Free to
Level
play
Sky friends
RPG,
work on
which is
this.
set for both the Xbox
Oh,
Series X
really?
and S consoles sometime next year.
Yeah.
Animo is coming from Paw Print Studio,
Well, it does
and it
look
looks
nice
a bit
though,
like
but it's a
Power World
free-to-play
and
game.
DokeV. Anyways, it seems
Yeah,
like
it's
it'll
a
be a very
free-to-play
cute
game.
and fluffy one, taking place in the interactive and expansive open world of Idyll. It is kind of like Pokemon
Wow, you can
here,
hit it
which
too.
is probably making Nintendo lawyers
can cause
foam at the
animal
mouth,
abuse.
especially as you'll be able to collect creatures, merge them, explore
That's
the
what
land,
people
and then
want.
battle other players, and so much more. If you like Power World, you'll probably be interested in this
Oh,
one,
Power
and we
World,
do have a
okay.
confirmed release window of 2026 if you are interested.
If you like
Obviously,
Power
Tony
World but
Hawk's
hate
Pro
the
Skater
guns,
3 and 4 is arriving this
Oh, I
July,
can't wait for
and will
this.
be day one onto Xbox
It's coming to Game Pass.
And the Xbox team did decide to debut a brand new
Tony
trailer
Hawk Pro
ahead
Skater
of its
3 and
release.
4.
We got a further look at this game game, which is looking like a pretty solid entry for the
And then
franchise.
the guest
alongside
skater is
some
Doom
pretty
guy.
wacky crossovers. Never did I think I would even see the
Say
Doom
that
Slayer
again?
shredding around a water
got
park on a skateboard.
Doom
The
guy?
guest
I
skater
pretty much
is
liked
Doom
it.
guy.
Even so, this one has a demo which is dropped right now on the Xbox
You can
Store,
skate as
so you can
Doom
try it out
guy.
right now before it arrives next month. As an
Oh, wait,
awesome
I
announcement,
saw-
the Spirit
Teenage
Fairer
Mutant Ninja
gets to
Turtles
finally
too.
return with a brand new IP, and it's
just-
called At
why
Fate's
stop
End.
there?
While Spiritfarer offered a more slow-paced
I
I think
experience
Spiritfarer.
filled
this
with
is
charming
literally
characters looking for
really a
final peace,
super
At
cut.
Fate's End has a contrasting
Yeah.
action-packed style. Their gameplay looks
So
equal
this is
parts narrative
Spiritfarer.
fantasy and intriguing combat style, since you can use
That
tactical
same
dialogue
Spiritfarer.
mid-fight or psychological insight about your family to
Yep.
turn the tide of battle. As you progress through the story though, you'll be facing more of your estranged
Oh.
family members, and you advance your skill tree in different ways depending on whether you defeat or
Interesting.
reconcile
This
with
one
them.
looks
good. Huh.
Thunder Lotus
That's
Games
cool.
hasn't set a hard release date as of yet for this one, but At Fate's End is expected to release sometime
I like
in
the main character's
2026
design.
and will launch day one onto Xbox Game
Oh
Pass.
wow, look at that.
Gears of War
That-
Reloaded.
Oh, it's day
debuted
one,
a
yeah,
brand
sorry.
new trailer
Oh,
and
yeah,
its
Gears of War
launch
Reloaded,
date.
let's
There isn't really
go.
much to say other than it's just Gears of War, but looking better than ever. We have seen
It's
this
coming
game
out to
updated and
PS5, can you
remastered
believe it?
before, so you kind of know what to
Ooh,
expect
that's
at
crazy,
this
right?
point. What wasn't mentioned
Yeah.
though is that a beta will be dropping on the 13th of June, so you can try out the multiplayer
come
if you want to
on,
quash
Game
some
Pass
grubs
PC
in
as
this new
well.
game. You can get access if you already own Gears of War Ultimate
I got this
Edition,
for free,
have a
by the
Game
way,
Pass
this game.
subscription, or if you just pre-order the game.
Huh?
Persona 4 Revival was
Oh,
officially
Message me on the
announced for both
Xbox app
Xbox
saying,
and Game Pass, but we
"Thanks
still
for
don't have a
owning the
firm release
Ultimate
date.
Edition of
However, I know so many
Gears of War. Here's a
Oh.
free code
this
for Reloaded." I'm like, oh,
The trailer
okay.
is quite
Okay.
remarkably short, and all you really get is some shots of Persona
this is
4's
Like,
summer
okay.
countryside setting, some snippets
This
of
is
the gameplay,
a
Revival.
some
Re-
spooky TVs,
remake,
and then
is
the
it?
grey-haired
Remake.
character just running
Yeah.
around.
Master.
But if
Oh,
you
remake,
played the beloved
okay.
RPG, you don't need
Yeah,
much
yeah,
more
yeah.
to really get the gist of this one. Notably, this one
Yeah,
is
look at
coming
that.
without the
So
original
if you
voice
play
talent,
for
as a
Persona
couple of
4
the original
Golden,
actresses did
then
confirm the existence
the
of the
same
remake
game,
and that they wouldn't be in it at the end of May.
Yeah,
Still, this is looking
maybe,
pretty
I don't know,
cool.
they might
I love
change
that we're
some
seeing
stuff.
more Persona games dropping into Xbox Game Pass day
Because
one, and I have my fingers crossed we
recall
still get this one
Persona
in
4
early
Golden
2026.
Just came.
I
out
am
on
no
the Game
fighting
Pass
game
also, right?
enthusiast, but
Oh,
I'm
what's
sure
this?
there are still
Yay.
plenty of you out there who
Invisible
are excited for this next
versus-
announcement. Invincible's
Yeah,
first
I
ever
was
console game
super
has finally
surprised
been
to see
revealed, and
this.
It's a tournament quality 3 versus 3 tag fighter that has even a story mode from the
It's from the
2020
makers
TV
of-
show.
developers
so far,
of
the
Killer
roster includes
Instinct.
Invincible,
Okay.
Atom Eve, Bulletproof, and Thula. And
So a lot
it's
of people are
confirmed there
looking
will be a
forward
lot
to it.
more coming
So
before the
it's-
game launches
it has
in
fatalities and
2026.
stuff, right?
The fighting mechanics seem to be all about
Yeah.
that sort of fast-paced and brutal
Yeah,
combos
this
that
game
fit
And
into
this-
your opponent's
as you can
parts
see,
and
it's
destruct
super
long lines
gory.
as well.
Holy
Its movement
crap.
and pace are very reminiscent
It's
of
super
a
gory.
earlier Dragon Ball Fighter Z, which is absolutely
That's
ridiculous.
invisible.
A very huge announcement which so many of us were waiting for finally occurred. Final
What's
Fantasy
this?
VII Remake Integrate is coming
Oh.
to both the Xbox Series consoles after a
finally.
lengthy wait.
It's
and
also
it will
coming
be
out the
with us by
Xbox
end of
and the Switch too.
2025. You probably already know what Final Fantasy VII entails, and this one is an RPG which many of us have wanted to
Wow,
see for
Harry, I
quite
can't-
some
I can't wait
time.
for you to try
You
this
can wish list it
on the
now
Switch
in the
too.
App Store
Yeah,
if
I
you
think
want to dive into this
is
one, as it's a full
confirmed buy
version
for
of
me, just
Remake,
like how
including a
Konisugami is.
Yuffie-centered DLC
So-
that also leads the
Yeah.
story right into Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Alongside
Wow, not
FF7
even Game
though,
Pass.
we also got the shadow drop of Final Fantasy 16, and it's available
Oh,
right now.
okay,
Yeah,
on
so
they shadow
Xbox
drop
consoles.
FF16.
This
So
was a
this is the
huge shadow drop,
unfortunate-
which I've already been playing myself, and I've been
This is
loving my
unfortunate
time with
because
it.
they didn't
This one
sell
is
well,
not a
right?
turn-based game like Final Fantasy VII, and is more reminiscent
Oh,
of
yeah.
games like Devil May Cry with that very fast-paced
don't
action with
understand
tons
lah.
of different combos. I will be doing a review specifically for the Xbox
They-
version,
they're just
which I'll
cutting
have
their
up in the
losses at
next
that
few
point.
days,
I
and I will
also
also be
don't know
publishing
lah.
a performance
Yes,
video
here we go.
comparing both the Xbox Series X and S versions.
I'm
so
sure
make sure to
when
subscribe
you
for
release
that
on
down
Switch
below.
2, you will do well,
One game that I
but
was so happy to see
so
was the
funny,
next
for
project
Xbox
from Double
guys,
Fine.
for Xbox
This team
people.
makes some really weird, wacky, but absolutely
It's
bloody
Square Enix
wonderful games.
decision,
And
or
Keeper looks
I don't
no
know,
different,
Sony bought the
especially as it seems like
exclusivity
we're a
first.
walking sentient lighthouse.
This looks fun.
They have
What's
mentioned
this?
that this is a game without words.
This one
and
looks
it's
cool.
a third-person
Yeah.
atmospheric adventure set in a post
You play as a lighthouse.
After our time in the sun has long since
okay, that's
passed.
one way to say
The lead
it.
behind this one is actually Lee Petty.
I
who
didn't
joined
expect to
Double
say
Fine
that
many
in
moons ago.
2025, but yeah,
literally.
you play as a
Legends.
lighthouse.
Do you know it's going to be an absolute
Anything's
banger?
possible
Do an
these
The
AC
art in the
about
trailer
I
is
am a
absolutely
lighthouse.
gorgeous,
I
and it
am
looks like the world will
lighthouse.
be a beautiful one for us to explore.
I am lighthouse.
I can't wait for this one.
Probably
It
three
comes out
AC.
this
I mean,
year,
look,
and I love that it's
the
also coming
world
day one
looks
to Xbox
pretty
Game
nice,
Pass,
though.
so we can all try out this new
You're
adventure,
literally a
especially if you're a bit
lighthouse. That's
skeptical.
not changing it.
Before the couple of big
I'm a
highlights that I
shoebox,
want to
mate.
mention, the closure for this showcase was Call of Duty Black Ops 7. And
Don't-
for all of you out
you
there,
don't
I won't
jinx it,
lie,
Zergg,
I
it
was
might
actually
happen.
kind of disappointed to see this as
It
the
is
one
happening?
thing, as
Oh
I
my
really
God,
don't
Adri
really
is
care
revealing.
much for the Call of Duty series anymore outside of the campaigns.
Not
This
from
one, though, is
Sony.
actually a continuation of the story back in Black Ops 2. So that
Oh,
does
Black
have me
Ops 6 is
personally
actually pretty
excited, but the timeline will shift
So
from
I'm
the
actually excited
1990s
for
to
this one.
2035.
Isn't
bringing
Black
that
Ops 6
near
just
futuristic
came out?
gameplay back to the mix.
And
Yeah,
now they're
I'm
Final
I
7?
played it like
which is the
didn't
son
I
of
play it
former
like
Black Ops
last
protagonist
year
Alex
or
Mason.
few months
This news
ago?
game has also been
Black Ops
confirmed
6
as
is
a
actually
full
very
release,
fun.
featuring
I
a brand
had
new
a lot of fun
cooperative
with the single player
campaign, some new
campaign.
maps, and more zombies. We don't
you
have
should
any
check it
more
out.
details at the
I
moment,
finished
but
it.
Activision
Yeah,
have
it's really
confirmed we
fun.
will see more of this
Did I
this summer,
did I
and it will
download
also be
here?
coming day one
I
to
think I
Game
did.
Pass. How do you
With
feel
your
about
new
this new
laptop,
Call of
give it a
Duty
go, man.
announcement?
It's
You'll
actually
have
really
to let me
fun.
know down below.
Yeah, my laptop is
Now,
3070.
Phil
I hope
Spencer
it can
did turn
run.
up at the show
Wow.
and
Of course
actually
it
gave
can.
some pretty
2060
big news,
can
with
run,
many
dude.
kind of
Don't
brushed
tell
up
me
at the time.
3070
Yeah,
cannot
I know.
run.
Okay, okay.
Link
You
in
can
the
run,
recent
you can
moments
throw
at
it
the
away
end of
already.
this showcase,
What is this?
The Xbox boss did tease 4 massive Xbox games coming out.
What
in
is this?
2026,
Oh, it's just
including 2 games that we've
sizzle
never
reel?
heard of before. Phil listed the brand new Fable, Gears of
Something
War,
else not away,
and
right?
Oh yeah,
the brand
Phil
new
looks
Forza game. And then
really,
also
Yeah,
really.
Return
Is he
of the
good?
Classic.
I don't know.
I am assuming that the new Forza game will
Yeah,
actually be Forza
right?
Horizon
Look at
6.
that.
Although
Looking
there's
up,
still a
looking
chance
up.
you could get
I
a
don't
brand
think
new
it's
Yeah,
working
he's
out,
version of
dude.
Forza
I don't think
Motorsport
so.
series.
That doesn't look like
As for
working
the
out.
Ozempic.
returning
I don't know,
classic,
Zergg
I
will
have
know
no
if he
idea
works
what that
out.
could be right now, but it
He
does
doesn't.
cast the mind
Yeah.
a little bit to
Okay.
late
That's
last summer
Ozempic,
when a
man.
Halo
Ozempic.
Combat Evolved remaster was rumored to be coming.
Ozempic?
What do you
Oh,
think?
no,
I'd be keen to
Ozempic.
know your thoughts
It
and
is
your
Ozempic.
predictions down below.
It
For
could
me, the
be.
main highlight of the entire
this
show
one.
was for the new Asus
Oh,
Xbox
yeah, they announced
handheld,
it there
and it's
too.
called the ROG Xbox Ally and
This
the
is a
ROG
cool
Xbox
reveal.
Ally X, and
You
both
know,
of these new
you-
handhelds will be coming
Yeah, it's
by
a cool
the end
reveal.
of
I like it.
2025. As expected, this is
So,
a Windows
this
PC
is gonna be a
handheld
They
Windows
come out with
with
ROG.
Xbox Play Anywhere, PC Game
Sorry?
Pass, and
These
Xbox
are-
Is it gonna be a
Game
window-
titles, as well
It's
as
a
other
window-
Xbox
it's a
launches
Xbox
such as
branded
Steam,
ROG,
the
right?
Epic Game Store, and so much
No
more.
one
Yeah.
I can't wait to play games
I mean,
like
the OS,
Helldivers
what's it gonna
2
be?
on
Is
an
it gonna be
Xbox
like-
branded handheld, and even take advantage of those great
Like a
Steam sales.
Windows OS
Windows 11
or-
is also being optimized for the device,
It's
featuring
Xbox
several
OS.
new and
Looks
first of their
like-
kind
Yeah,
features,
there,
including
it
a
looks
full
like it.
screen experience and
Yeah, it looks
Xbox
like
Game
window,
Live
right?
integration
Looks
into
like
the
Windows
ROG
Yeah.
Ally's
with,
Armory
like the
Create
Windows
Smart.
Store, right?
With
There's
an
also been
Xbox
no reveal
skin.
of the price
Custom-
yet,
Yeah.
but going
custom-
online and looking at the current
Yeah,
Asus
yeah.
ROG handhelds,
It's
So are you
another
gonna get this
launcher.
one?
from
Is
anywhere
that
from
getting this one?
$450
Yes.
up to
Yes,
$800.
yes.
So there's
I've
certainly
been
not
dying
going to be
to get
cheap bits of
Xbox
kits. Are you going to
console.
pick one up this year? You have to let me know.
I
below.
hope-
I bet
Is
the
that
price.
Xbox
Before we
handheld?
end, we also got some nice
I
Silsong
hope the
news.
price-
The
Oh, yeah,
game
they
is
confirmed
this year
Silsong
alongside the
here.
launch of the Xbox
Yeah.
handheld.
By-
There
by-
will be a
by
little
saying
snippet of gameplay
They
during
just
this
do
bit
it a
as well
comment.
of
It's
this
not even an
reveal,
official
but really
trailer.
nothing more.
It says
Right?
Silsong will release at the end of the year and winter. Like what? Just like that?
Confirmed window, and it's
In a
still
small
coming to
screen?
Xbox Game Pass this year.
With a small
So, what
screen,
was your favorite
maybe.
announcement from the Xbox
And it's
Okay.
coming to
showcase
Game
this
Pass,
year?
right? They
And how would you
confirmed.
grade it out of 10?
Alright.
Make sure to hit that like.
All
Yeah.
right. That's that's funny. All right. So what
That's
do you
pretty
guys
much
think?
it. Yeah, correct.
A lot of stuff, and there's so many games that's being shown. So
So many.
My God,
It's
what
so
happened?
I
to
actually
it?
liked it.
Yeah, actually, it's not
I
bad.
actually really like it.
A lot of
Yeah.
diversity in terms of the content. But the
Yep.
problem about showcases like this, because you show a bunch of stuff, very hard to find a standout. Do you guys have a standout?
Mine is Invisible Versus.
Okay.
Only because
Mine-
I didn't expect it at all.
I don't know what is mine. There's a lot of games that comes out. Jeez.
Meat Boy.
I'm-
Meat Boy 3D for me.
Oh yeah, Meat Boy 3D. That's a good one. Didn't expect
Okay.
it to go 3D. That's what I
Yeah,
would say.
exactly.
Maybe mine would be a Plague Tale then. I'll go for a Plague Tale. The spin-off, is it?
Resonance. The
Resonance,
spin-off.
a Plague Tale Legacy. I'm not sure what is this. Been dying for another game of that. I don't think this is a sequel because, I hope it's a sequel, but I don't think it is. But that game is fantastic. Give a Plague Tale a go. There's 2 games. I think both games on Game Pass. Or at least the second game is on.
Yeah,
Game
that's what I
Pass.
heard.
Yeah, just get that game. That's pretty cool. So, what about you? Any standout games? I know a bunch of them are your cup of tea.
I would say the Game Freak game.
Oh, that's good too.
Okay.
A lot of surprises in this game.
No, because
Yeah.
because Game Freak has another game. I was playing it with my Switch
Yeah.
too. I don't remember what's the name. Man, the game is so weird.
Pokemon? No?
Difficult? No, it's not.
What
It's
is
just the
that?
game. I can't remember. Where's my cartridge? It's so weird. Don't play the game. It's not even worth mentioning. I can't remember what's the name. Really, it's so bad.
Was it the what do you call that farming and then RPG game?
Is it Little Town Hero that?
Sakuna, right? Not the Sakuna thingy. No, not Sakuna.
No.
Sakuna is not bad. It's not
No,
made by
Harry
Game
mentioned
Freak.
it.
Little Town Hero. Is made
Yes,
Little Town
by.
that's
Hero.
the one.
It is you
Yes,
playing that? Why?
yes,
Why are you playing
bro.
that?
I have no idea. I have no idea. I purchased it, so I was trying to play it again. It's so difficult. The game
I
is so
thought I
impossible.
thought there was like other Game Freak games that's like surprising, but now you're playing there's one that really
Because
The
got
one that he
bashed.
mentioned.
Yeah.
Because it looks so cute, you know, the photos and
Yeah.
everything. It makes me okay. I'm gonna play this game, but
Zerg,
man,
I
this
Hey,
game is
but
awful.
that new Game Freak one looks pretty good. I'm looking forward to that
It is
one too.
good. I don't even know the name of the game, but yeah,
I saw it was Game Freak, and I'm like, wait, what?
right?
So yeah, a Wild Hearts with some post-apocalyptic Tokyo with automatons. I mean, I can't
The
wait to
hat,
see what
bro.
else
The hat.
is it. The
The
hat,
Raider hat.
but I
the raid.
do but again lah, I do want to ask you guys to keep your expectations low. It's still Game Freak at the end of the
Okay,
day, despite
understandable,
you know.
understandable.
Yeah, I just hope that it does well. Like, a lot like the previous game that they did was just Little Town Hero, like where they get to do themselves. I think it
Uh
was
huh.
Little Town Hero, so it looks great. It looks great in trailer also. End up, it's well, Zerg is already a good. Zerg can already give his opinion. What very difficult. I think they didn't change the game or they didn't improve any of it from the
it's so
review.
difficult to comprehend. So I don't even know what game is.
Yes, yes, it is. So yeah, in that case, let's do a quick one. Let's rate it. Wait. Reese, you have any
He
highlight
said,
game of
Meat Boy,
the
Meat
showcase?
Boy 3D.
Oh, Meat Boy 3D.
Meat
Oh
Boy
yeah, yeah,
3D.
yeah. The one that Zerg said, right?
yeah,
That
yeah,
was.
3D,
Is that the one? Okay.
3D
yeah,
take on
that's
that is
correct.
really, really odd. Yeah,
Super
but
Meat
yeah,
Boy
let's see how.
3D,
The
something like that.
surgeon says, the Super Meat Boy 3D.
Any patience of Zerg? We double check. He already shown like he already shown
He's already disgusted in your
disgusted.
insides. By yeah.
They were asleep. It's okay.
All right,
Anastasia.
let's rate this one a quick one. I will give this a bunch of stuff, man. I guess very hard this one. Okay, with the highest being S lah. Okay, I'll give this A. I'll give this A.
Mhm.
Because there's just a bunch of stuff that's very hard to find a standout lah. I feel lah, huh? So let's go with next one is Adri.
I give it an A also. Only because when I saw it live, it was like they keep spamming all these announcements like non-stop without any. Well, there were a few breaks, but other than that, they were not as connected as a Nintendo Direct or State of Play. So yeah, I
It felt
wish we know what happened to Phil Spencer.
yes. This whole thing felt like
Ozempic.
a buffet.
Yeah.
It felt like a buffet. It's just a bunch of buffet that
Yeah,
they keep feeding into your mouth. Like, what
yeah,
did I eat
yeah,
just now? Did I
right.
eat
It
anything
wasn't.
good?
It was. Yep. It felt like a buffet than an omakase. So yep, you're right. That's a good.
I'm hungry. Mhm.
Remind us not to mention anything about food from now on.
Okay, no more
Anytime we
food
talk about
analogies
food,
after this.
Zerg just gets hungry at this time of the day. Um, Reese, how would you rate it?
I'm gonna give it an A as well. I think there's a lot of new content, a lot of very visual, pleasing kind of games that you
Yeah.
saw. So
Yep.
I think
That's legit.
this is an A. Yep.
Then lastly, Zerg.
I'm not gonna give it an A. There's so many things. I actually like how they just go fast paced with everything, right? Without any
Props.
detail, I would say, on the games.
Fox, yeah.
That is a good thing because there's so many things that they want to reveal. But I think probably
Yep.
B.
B.
I'm not really
Okay.
excited about it except for that Ozempic thingy or the console thingy, the handheld.
What the heck, dude?
I think I recall
Okay.
you being before this handheld is being announced. I recall you few many time ago where you actually wanted something like this. So
Yeah, I wanted it, but I don't know why this time around it feels like very dry. Is it fair to say that? I don't know. But yeah,
Pretty dry, huh?
right.
it's a good showcase, to be honest. But then I was like, okay, probably that's enough. There's too many of
Okay.
them.
Okay, one last question before we end, right? Would you want, seeing as I complained just now, I said the Switch 2 doesn't have many Switch 2 exclusive games, right? Would you want a Nintendo Direct with this kind of keep blasting games? Or would you prefer the more slower, well-paced Nintendo Direct where they announce lesser games but more well-paced? Which one would you prefer? Like this one or the usual Nintendo Direct?
Mm. The usual for me.
Because I'm having a conflict right now.
What?
Would you prefer the next Nintendo Direct for Switch 2 to be having a bunch of games like this, just keep pushing for us? Or do you prefer a
Uh-huh.
more well-paced, the usual Nintendo 2 Direct where there are lesser games, not like this, but more well-paced? Which one would you prefer?
Yeah, I like the current one. The one they're doing, the well spaced one, like 2 or 3 games and then have someone come out and then say something and then another 2 or 3 games. And then the when they come out they mention about what came out or what's coming up. I feel like that's more connected with the audience than what Xbox did just now. Like they just blast everything. Sure, it's fine to see like, oh, this is coming to Game Pass and whatnot, but yeah, when they come up on screen, it felt like a bit too late. Like you're already tired from looking at all the visual appealing games and the Game Pass, excited for Game Pass or whatnot. And yeah, I like how Nintendo does it. Like it's just a good between games and human being, and that's a good pace for me.
What about you, Reese?
Well, I've seen such presentation with Nintendo Direct as well. I think there were a couple of years ago we saw something that they did like a fast paced kind of thing, poop 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 poop, right? Uh, I think either way works with me. Is I think if there's any concern is that hopefully they can deliver on the promise where if say it's gonna release 2026, it will release 2026. Unlike Nintendo, usually when they show it's basically like 100% it's gonna release based on the schedule kind of date, right?
They
Yeah,
are
so
quite on schedule. That's what good about
and
Nintendo.
then they don't really uh, put the eggs thing. They will be having a very specific timeline. So okay, whenever they do direct, it's gonna be for quarter 4 of the year, right? So rather than they show a game that they aren't sure when it's gonna get released or something. I mean, you do see that with one or two cases, but in general, whenever Nintendo presents something, it'll be something that's very near to
Yep.
the launching date.
Release date. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's another thing.
That's a cool thing as well because it's releasing so near, relatively near. The game is still in your mind, rather than it being like again for maybe next year or 2 years later. What about you, Zer? Will you prefer this
Fast
one?
pace.
Fast pace. You prefer this one?
Yeah, I the only showcase that I would prefer to have a very slow reveal and everything is Summer Game Fest, because it feels like a proper platform and everything, right?
Okay.
So yeah, that's what I feel. It would be more appropriate and more grand in that sense.
Okay. In that case, right, I actually would agree with Zerg. For where Nintendo for Switch 2, where Switch 2 is right now, I kind of would like to know more games that will be released on the new console. Maybe just for at this very moment. So let's just say we have one Nintendo Switch 2 Direct in July, perhaps. I kind of want it to be this way, where just keep bam, 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 keep pushing out games. At least show us that there are more third-party games are on board for the Switch 2. Currently, it's very difficult to see. I'm not sure about you guys, but it's rather hard to see. Where we have Cyberpunk. Oh, that's the Cyberpunk. What else? What else? What else? So I want to see that what else. So maybe the next direct can just keep showing us these are the what else. So I kind of prefer this one for the next Nintendo Direct. All right, cool. So I think that's pretty much the time we have for today. I would like to thank all our members, Adri, Reese, and Zergg for being here. Yeah, and we'll see you guys again next episode. Bye bye.
Time for me to
Bye.
Bloodborne.